the what do you call it? The battery, the dead battery.
Which one is that?
No, it is a plug-in. You're right. It's a
plug-in.
plug-in. Yeah, but do you think it does it matter if it's a cheap one? Does it like what do you think keeps my like I have the Sony the camera everybody getting. I don't even know the actual brand of the camera.
Is it like an A3 or something like that, or A4?
No, I don't even think
I think I know what Sony you're talking about. I mean, it could be a couple things. It could be just the camera's on for a long time. After a while, if you have your camera on for so long, it will get overheated regardless of the brand. Some brands like overheat less than others. And then it could be the battery possibly getting hot. That's why I mentioned about the plug-in sometimes, because like the ones that's not plug-in, they usually heat up a little bit faster.
So I'm trying to either because what's going to happen is I'm either going to give me another camera that don't heat up, or I just got to get. Can you get a fan like a fan?
I was just about to say that. Looking and seeing on Amazon if they have like a fan you might can plug onto it to probably keep it a little cooler.
Someone said I need a cooler. I wonder what that looked like to get the cooler, because when it's cold outside, it don't overheat.
That's probably why then. Yeah, it's just the camera getting hot. Probably get something like a fan or something, or some some type of device that you could probably hook onto it. They got stuff like that at probably Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask, and let me bring the brothers around here. Samson already answered. Why in front of what's going on, sophisticated jerk, man? Another light-skinned brother finally made it on here, man. God dang.
How you been, man?
I've been getting light-skinned.
Oh man, hey,
I got a little smoke for you though, man.
Hey.
I had to drive home quick, man. I heard you call yourself what, the light-skinned Aisha Curry? I was like, oh hell no. Nah. Let me see what's wrong with
Aisha Curry. No, so Aisha Curry be talking about her DMs be dry, but my Cash App be dry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on with my brother Ali over here talking about he? Okay. No smoke then, no smoke.
No smoke. Come on, man.
You had me nervous though. I was like, damn.
But I wanna qualify this. Brothers in one hand, and I think JB already answered too. Brothers in one hand will say that money doesn't make the man, but then we'll turn right back around when we have a lot of people on the panels or in real conversations in front of women go, a broke man can't be a leader.
You said I said that?
No.
Oh,
what is
come on, JB. Don't you gotta get me like you got old dude the other day.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I apologize.
JB was like, hey man, we could turn this camera off right now. We could turn all this off.
I ain't mean to fire up like that.
I like, oh shoot, I ain't never seen JB like that.
What's
man.
Up, everybody?
Man, he was like, man,
hey, come get this nigga, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shut. Did I say no? Oh shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga.
I could just tell it was just something about old boy. Like in real life, me and him would not get along. I just tell. That's why it was so easy to just lash out, because I could tell in real life he wouldn't.
I was like, damn,
oh JB. Man, hey.
I like he about to turn these cameras off. He was like, hey man, I ain't trying to hear nothing that's coming out your mouth right now, man.
What's up?
But yeah, sophisticated jerk. Why you think brothers do that? Like for instance, a lot of brothers profess to be Christians, but Jesus Christ was broke, and I ain't saying in character, and I ain't saying in holiness, because people, man, oh me, now they switch it up, right? When we talking about Jesus, hey, hold up now, he ain't had no property. And Buddha, a lot of people, most of the great people we profess to support and look up to, the Mahatma Gandhis, Martin Luther King, they did not have a lot of money. So what makes it that when we say those things, all of a sudden in front of women, or when we have these egotistical conversations, a broke man can't be a leader?
Nah, good question, man. I'm glad you're doing this topic. So when dudes do that, they probably finally got to a little bit of money, but since they lack substance, they got no personality, no game. That's all they could lead with at that point. So that's really what it is.
Okay.
They trying to lure them females in, so that's their only like tactic that they got to try to get the females on their side.
Okay. So they dirty macking.
Oh, facts.
Okay. How about you, my brother Woos, man? What you think about that? Why you think brothers be doing that?
I think you got to kind of be well-rounded with it. I definitely think you need money. That's an asset, but it might get them, but it won't keep them. It won't maintain them. You know what I mean? I think you have to have a little conversation, a little motion going with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my 2 cents in it.
Mm-hmm. So but do you think a broke man can be a leader?
Nah, not really. You got to kind of lead by example. Now, if you got motion, you know, and you're on a certain direction with it, then maybe. But you have to show some type of drive, some type of goal. You know, everybody falls on hard times, ups and downs, smiles and frowns. But
So
nah, I don't think without being broke, I think that's going to make it very difficult for anybody who want to follow your lead or follow the pace that you set. But again,
so was
that's
Ma-
just my opinion on that.
so was Malcolm X a good leader? Was Martin Luther King a good leader? Was Jesus a good leader? They were all three of those individuals were considered broke. Like were they good leaders?
I mean, of course, that's before all of our time, so I can't say. But I think the message that they put out, the goals they were trying to accomplish, the objective, I think that made them good leaders in their own right. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
And
no.
like I
You know,
said,
I'm gonna pull
different
you
strokes,
right.
different
I'm
folks.
gonna pull you right back. Sometimes this. I'm gonna shed a light to when I interject is when I ask a question and I didn't get the answer, and not the answer that I'm looking for.
Okay.
You said a broke man
Okay.
can't be a leader. Those three individuals were considered leaders. Why are they considered leaders? But you don't believe a broke man can be a leader.
Why were they
I don't
considered
think
broke?
they were broke.
They were.
So,
They were. So when we say broke, okay. So let's define broke. When people say broke, right?
okay.
We don't mean
Right.
they don't have no money.
Right.
Right. It's based on the fact that they're not actually wealthy or they have a substantial amount of money. That's why we call them broke. So when men come up here, most of us probably got a job. But if I wanted to flex on somebody, I go, man, they go Brandon, that broke ass Igga. They go JP, that broke ass Igga. They go Wolf Stacks, that broke ass Igga. It don't mean you ain't got no money in your
Okay.
pocket. You just ain't got as much as money as I do. So you can't be a leader. And
Okay.
that's exactly what happens on these panels. So when we define broke, it's typically about the manhood, and it's a man trying to showcase how his manhood is bigger than the other man's manhood. You get what I'm saying? But it don't mean necessarily that he don't got no money. We know most people ain't got no money.
Okay.
You just ain't got as much money as I do. So since you broke and you a little Igga, you can't be no leader. Right?
I don't know. I would agree with that. I think depending on where you're trying to go, you may not be, let's say you got millions and I just got hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? I might be leading in a different direction than you. You
Okay.
might have bigger goals than me. Like I said, I do believe it's convoluted so far as you got to have goals with that. Money is a precursor, but it's not going to maintain over a long time because, like we see Tom Brady, millions and millions of dollars, but his lady left. You know what I mean? You can't have the money, not necessarily,
So don't miss
have
me.
that leadership
In
maintained.
today's society, a man who got $30,000 would be considered broke. A man who got $50,000 would be considered broke. And I'm talking about to the women and to the men. And you probably have to get to $100,000. A lot of people would consider those people broke. So they say you
Okay.
can't be leaders. So all I'm asking is, when you say a broke man
Right.
can't be a leader, I'm not conflating it to the man who literally ain't got no money in his pocket. But even that man, there's men who've been leaders. Buddha gave all his wealth away. Mother Teresa
Right.
didn't have that much income as well too. She was giving all her wealth away. There's people who gave their wealth away
Right.
throughout history. And I brought up Thomas Jefferson. If you look up all the leaders who didn't have money as well too, he went to his deathbed in debt. So I'm asking, if these men didn't have money, and I keep going to Jesus because he absolutely didn't have no finances as well too. Why do we keep saying that being broke? If you're broke, you can't be a great leader. That's all I'm saying. From the men too, and then the women jump on it from the men because they'll pick and choose what they want to get from what men say, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Brother Ali,
Again,
how do
I
you
think
see
Hold on,
that,
Wolfstack.
brother?
It
Can I
ain't
have a
Go ahead.
your turn, brother Wolfstacks. Brandon next in line. All right.
Okay, my bad.
So, my brother Brandon, what you think, my brother? You think a broke man he can't be a leader?
Yeah, he can be a leader. I don't know why people think that. If folks know their ancestors and know who they was, they say they built this land, they was leaders. So
Okay.
when people up here saying money got to find things, I don't like money. I make money. Hey, Ali, you buy a window, right?
Who am I?
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm by a window,
are
but the
your
sun.
window? So let your window up
Oh, maybe that'll work.
because or you go get your ice pack and put a towel around it. and put it on your camera so it can cool off.
And that'll work?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm a technician, so I actually fix on things.
Okay, so hold on. Let me open up this window. Hold up. Let me open up this window.
Thank you for helping Ali get his camera together. It hurts when he goes away.
Ooh, smell
Oh
rose.
man, hey.
Oh, that sound like that was a little hate right there. Smell the rose.
No. It's just it literally
I heard some bass in your. I heard a little bass in your voice.
No.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Smell the roses, but I got to get help with this camera, man. I know I'm slacking, y'all, and I'm doing a disservice, and it's unprofessional, and I don't like being unprofessional, but I just got to figure it out. This the first. So this last full year is the most consistent I've ever been doing podcasting. So I'm Ali trying to be a podcaster. I'm not really a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
Too late. You're a podcaster now. It's too
I'm
late.
a podcast. Ali never thought he'd be on YouTube. That was not the mission.
You went in there, Ali. You went in there.
That wasn't the mission. You know, so especially I wasn't gonna be no broke nigga. So I had to make sure I get some money so people think I could lead them, get some money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My brother, all the smoke. How you been, my brother? Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good, my brother. I'm trying to be genuine. I'm trying to be intentional. You know what I'm saying? But people keep trying to bring me back to the devil. You know?
Oh man, hey.
I'm thinking about giving up. I'm thinking about giving up all my money to prove that you can still be a leader without no money at all. You know, still lead the people without no money. But maybe that'd be too hard to do in today's time. But what you think, my brother? Can a broke man be a leader? Is he there? All the smoke, you there, man? Can a broke man be a leader, my brother?
No, I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
The area hating on me too.
Okay. Yeah.
I know I'm joking, Ariel. You know I'm joking. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna wait on you, my brother. I don't know if you haven't. Can you hear me? Oh, you have technical issues. Okay, I'm sorry. My brother Wolfstack, it's your turn now, man. You always trying to jump the line, brother. I know you was doing that during high school too, and middle school. And you be the one that go, we all going in the same place. That's what you would say, huh? I know what's going on, my brother. Y'all remember that? People would jump in line. We all going to the same place. Yeah, but you gonna get there before I do. You better get yourself back in the.
Listen, when you hungry, you hungry.
Nah, you ain't about to jump my line.
I'm sorry, Ali. My bad. Look, I'm just saying this, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, you gotta hold on real quick, Osmo. We're gonna come right back to you. Can a broke man be a leader?
Absolutely. Because my mindset hasn't changed. I just lost my money. Let's say I had money and I didn't have money. I've been a leader from the start to the finish, right? So that my money doesn't determine whether or not I'm a good leader or not. My leadership skills and my role is based on my production and leadership.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to y'all. I'm gonna come back to this question too. Who did I get? Big Paulie? How about you, my brother? Because you're leading quite a few people. Can a broke man be a leader?
Absolutely. 100%.
Love the baby too, man. Love the fatherhood, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, big dog, no doubt. I'm off today.
They keep trying to put a narrative on us, but every time I see a lot of brothers, they be with their kids, man.
Oh yeah, I got 7 of them, bro.
Oh man, you blessed. I need to catch up.
Absolutely.
If I can, I have 200.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm dead serious. I'm trying to put them out like hotcakes, but you know how that go. For real, I love kids, man. I love kids.
200 little Ali's. Oh my goodness.
If I could I'd do 1,000, and I know all their names too. You know, I think it's Genghis Khan. I think his blood is in like 1/4 of all the human population, something crazy like that. Yeah. And would he not be people? You know, if we listen to a lot of, no disrespect to the sisters, that don't make him a leader. That don't make him a great man. If he impregnated that many women and his blood is in all those women, that would sound like that's a great man, right?
You sound bad.
Well, he was a bad person.
He sound fat.
He was a bad person.
Who
was a bad person? Genghis
No,
Khan
no.
was a terrible man. He took over many parts of the world.
He was
Terrible
not
guy.
a terrible man.
So
Well,
who
let's go back to that morality thing.
Yes, it's going back to morality thing. My name's Ilkhan, so if he got Khan in his name, that was a great person, man.
Yeah.
Shao Khan, you know what I'm saying? They all were great people. He was a Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Shao Kahn.
Shao
you know,
Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
finish him. Oh, Shao Khan, my bad.
Yeah,
It
Shao
wasn't
Kahn.
it's Shao
No,
Khan, my bad.
Yeah, Shao Kahn.
Now, Shere Khan
Okay.
is from the Jungle Book.
Now here we sophisticated jerk. I asked you already, right? Oh, all the
Yeah,
smoke
you're
was the
asking.
last one. And then I got to get to the sisters because I think we gonna have to come to some conclusions, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Can men be leaders if they broke?
I mean, you gave a couple of examples of that taking place already. So it's kind of mind-boggling that people are still trying to argue against it. The answer is yes. It was already been proven. And it to me, it's kind of alarming that you can actually give examples of something and present facts to people directly, and they still will sit there and argue against it. What is wrong with you people?
Right.
Like I'm scared for the state of humanity. Like imagine this. Imagine that. I show you a red apple. Hey, see it? It's in my hand. And you telling me, oh, that's not red, that's green. That's purple, that's blue. What are you talking about? Man, but anyway, to make a long story short, yes, it can happen, man. And that already has happened.
So I'm gonna ask the sisters this: if that's the case, why are sisters determining or trying to determine how much money a man can have in order to be with him? And not only that, the brothers will try to acquiesce as well too. So if that's not true, that money don't determine whether we are leader or not, why do women put a price on it? Smell the roses and Ariel. If that's not true, and sisters will say that as well too, why do sisters put a price on it?
Because they broke.
Hold on. I know
You
Wolf
wanna
Stacks.
go
I
first,
know Wolf
Ariel,
Stacks.
or you
I
want me to go
know
first?
Wolf Stacks.
It wasn't me. I didn't say nothing. Ali.
Who was that? That
It
sounded
wasn't
like you.
me.
It was
It wasn't
Polly.
me.
It was
It was
Polly.
It was Polly. All right, I'm sorry, Wolf Stacks, because we can admit when we wrong.
Kind of look alike. They both kind of look alike, don't they? Don't
They
they?
voice sounded alike too. It was one of them. Oh, jumping the gun.
Just
Yeah.
can't win.
If it's true, why are so many women putting a price on submission and cooperation? If that's not it,
I have a simple answer, and I
Well,
would
you wanna-
say it's because we live in a capitalist society,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hold on.
That sounds like a cop out.
That sound just like a cop out. because Ariel, would you be with a broke man?
You and I's definition of broke isn't the same. I heard you describe what broke
made my
is.
point. You made my point.
So it's not the same. I don't have the same definition for broken, for broke. I don't.
What's
It doesn't have
broke to
anything
you?
to do.
How much
To
money
me, it
does
doesn't
a
have
man?
anything to do with money. It has everything to do with your mindset. A man could have 50K, 100K, and lose it all in a day. Like that doesn't matter. I need you to be a progressive. I need you to be evolving. I need you to have a growth mindset that can see
Gotta
past
have motion, man.
5 years,
Yeah.
that can see past 10 years. I need you to have that mindset that's going to keep us evolving and keep us moving. And yeah, so it doesn't really have anything to do with money for me personally. That's why I have dated the society standard of broke men, because that money didn't matter to me. It was the mindset. So yeah.
Well,
So
is he broke? Is he broke if he don't want to keep elevating? Let's say he's in a career and he has a job.
You hear that, JB? You hear that, right?
I'm talking
Yeah, I'm
about
just curious.
Hold on. Now, JB, you picked up on that, right? Sisters
Yeah.
will always say, I will be fine with it as long as they're still improving and growing and being ambitious. So if that's fine, why do you need him to grow?
Growth isn't necessarily also talking about money either. When I'm saying growing, I'm just saying, like, we got a 2-bedroom today, we might want a 3-bedroom tomorrow.
Oh my God! Oh shit!
Are you growing the same way he growing?
We don't have a business today, we might want a business tomorrow. That kind of thing.
It's a lot of these standards be real vague, man. A lot of women say these things, but they don't actually adhere to them because the things that they should be doing, they don't stick to it, but they want their guy to constantly keep excelling
Wait, can
and
y'all hear
become
me? It got
Superman.
quiet. Why is it getting quiet?
No. If
I can
it
hear
got
you.
quiet, area. Can you hear us all? It was when you was capping, so the sound might have went out a little bit, but then it came back.
Yeah, because
So that's all it was.
when
The
can you
sound's back
just
now.
accept when can you accept just normalcy? You
Oh,
know, they're
okay,
trying to
got
always
you.
put these high standards on guys that they
What
gotta
you
keep.
think, Rose? What you think,
I don't know if she
Raquel?
can hear
Hold
me.
on, the brother was talking. It's crazy. My brother was demonstrating communication skills and being vulnerable and
It was.
demonstrating
Hold on,
I
bro.
can't hear
demonstrating.
him at all, so I guess I don't hear him.
Oh, you might Ariel
Oh
just
wow.
refresh. It might be becoming just with certain people that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay.
It depends. So just restart real quick and come back. My sister smell. Oh, go ahead, my brother JB.
No, I would just say like when people can just accept normalcy, you know, this like try and put standards on certain guys that say they got to keep doing this and keep doing that. If he has you in a good safe space, why is it always these more standards being put on guys consistently?
Mm.
You know, if someone's happy in the place that they're in and you're happy with them, you probably gonna run them away constantly. Just keep throwing standards at them consistently. You know,
Well,
it's gonna make it chaotic.
JB, before we move on, do you think you're gonna run the brother away, or most brothers try to acquiesce to it and actually grow?
Oh, brothers will try and acquiesce,
That's what I'm
but it depends on how much of a headache it is, depending on the guy or whatnot. If it gets to the point where it's overwhelming, that guy might leave.
Yeah,
Depending on
I
the guy.
agree with that. I agree with that, right? Because if she wants to go from 0 to 600,000 in 6 months, like that's not realistic, right? But
Yes.
like
Don't move too fast. We
right.
move too fast in the conversation. Men don't run away from the woman with those expectations, though. Men try to meet those expectations typically. We try
You're
to
right.
meet those. For instance, we'll talk about what we want from women. We want better attitudes. We want more cooperative women. We want more friendly women. We want more kind of women. But women will work on everything but their behaviors. Like they'll do everything that the men aren't asking for. And in reflection, it almost seems like to be like the men that they're looking for. But the men will literally do everything the women are asking or try to do what they're asking, and it ends up not good enough. So I'm just asking.
That's so
Just
weird. Like literally what
so
men
it's
ask
very bad.
for is for free. Like anything a man is asking you for, you
What
can do it for free.
That's true.
are you talking about you talking about like
Cooperate.
Hey, you know how much that costs? $0, huh? Are you following me? Let me break this down. Coaching. You know how much that costs? $0. Oh man, we getting down this deep. Let me see. Hold on, wait. You see what that say? I'm sorry. You know how much it costs to get that? $0. Hold on, wait. Let me give you one more just to make sure. Baby, you was right. You know how much that cost? You ain't gonna believe how much it cost. $0. And I want to tell accountability up here, but I don't want to look stupid. I'm gonna try to do it anyway.
Oh my God!
Accountability. You know how much that costs to take accountability? $0. Baby, what I'm trying to tell y'all is to keep us don't cost you nothing, and you can't even do that.
And that's the everything to keep a man and love a man costs nothing. But everything to keep today's women, and that's why I'm saying in today's society, is reflective of almost showing like the man who doesn't have money is a reflection of poor leadership because the woman doesn't respect it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that if a woman isn't willing to like, accept you for where you're at and understand the potential that you have to earn later, if that is just like a basic fundamental, like that comes with the starter kit of a relationship. If the expectation is 0 to 600,000 in 6 months, then you shouldn't acquiesce to that and try to even go along to get along with her unrealistic expectation. When me and my husband got together, he was like, barely making 50K and I was barely making 30K, you know, and now he's way over 150K and I'm just now scratching over 100K, you know, and we just keep but that took like 19 years worth of time to get to, and we didn't start like really progressing until after we had the child, right? Because then it's like there were milestones. We had daycare, we had private school, then we wanted to homeschool, then we had a restaurant, we closed a restaurant. There were so many like ebbs and flows or times when we really had it and then we really didn't have it. But throughout it all, nothing changed about him. His leadership got better when we were the brokest because we had to figure it out. We had to figure out how to dig ourselves out of the hole every single time. And every single time we got better, his leadership got stronger. The what do you call it? The turnaround time from dropping to coming back up got faster, you know? So now it's like, we know, like anytime we're down, we know it's just a matter of time before we are up again.
But
you know?
but listen what you're saying. Listen what you're saying. When you're down, I don't know if it means he hasn't, like JB said, he didn't get to where you wanted him, or are you down because he's making the household struggle? If a lot of women were content with the men they had, a lot of men, it wouldn't put them in a position to aspire to have to go so high because they'd be content with what they have. A lot of what men do, their driving force behind what they do is their drive of their woman wanting more typically.
Well, we set goals together. Like there's never a time.
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying in general, if most women were content and happy with the men they actually were with, a lot of men wouldn't even strive to get that much money. They wouldn't even try to get that much money. A lot of men could be content in what they're doing. And I'm not saying the brothers on the panel, you may be different, but a lot of what men do and almost everything that men do is for women. So if women say, all you got to do to get me is make $30,000, a lot of men wouldn't push towards getting $80,000, but there may be men that shame him for not trying to get $80,000 when we just said your value shouldn't be based off the money. So if Sophisticated want $100,000 and Woos want $30,000, we shouldn't shame both those brothers. Sophisticated wants to have $100,000. Woos is content at $30,000. But the women that loves both of those men and they can sustain the household, not something that you just downright.
Right. Yeah. You're
should
still
should be happy and content with Sophisticated's leadership, and should be happy and content with Woo's leadership. That's what I'm saying. But society isn't reflecting that. Most of these brothers wake up every single day and know exactly how women think, and they know there's a certain point you have to get in to actually be respected by women. The problem is, even if you make that much amount of money, it actually gets more problematic and you get more demands from the woman instead of woman being happier and better. And I'm not speaking on JB and Sophisticated's wife as well too, or people's wives in general, but they know what I'm talking about. Most of these women still aren't happy and content, even if the man hits that threshold, gets to the finish line and goes, hey babe, I checked off all these lists. You should be happy now. Yeah. Hey, you got 10 more things you got to get to. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I know like female janitors that think they damn near like CEO bosses. Like they still treat guys that's way better than themselves like trash.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not trying to put that type of job title down, but the thing about it is like her financial status is way lower than his, and she'll still treat him like as if he ain't nothing. He could be a good guy, but he's doing 10 times better than herself. And she look at him like boo boo the fool. I see it all the time. Like that's crazy to even be able to treat him like that based off of his possible accomplishments. Well, like you said, that still don't matter, because if she don't like you, she just ain't gonna like you. But I'll say, I mean, it's a large majority of men that's getting overlooked by a large majority.
That's sad. I think a man's his gumption to get up for work every day and make his 30K paycheck happen should be respected.
Yeah, they don't care about that. You being able, they feel like everybody should do that. That's how they look at it. They don't look at it as like, oh, you might be a little different because you are consistent. They throw that out the window.
You know what smell the roses got that most women don't have nowadays? She got that stay down in her. She has that in her blood. Like she said, I'm willing to wait till he come out of this. We come out of this together, and then we're gonna be on top. Most women want to meet you at the end of the goal. that
But
means
that's
I.
so
When
But
you don't
no,
stay
no.
there.
But
In
you
life,
just did
there's
it.
nothing guaranteed. So if
But
you
you
meet
Right,
somebody
right,
up, he could fall down.
there's
And
a
what you
there's
gonna
a
do?
right.
Just leave every
there's a
time?
there's a song by
man.
David Ruffin. That song,
rough.
and I never, 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 never change. Have you ever heard that before? Jay-Z sampled it.
Hmm.
I never
Yeah.
change. And he was
Okay, yeah.
saying that this woman, she fell in love with a common man. He kept telling her he would make more money, he would get better, but he never got better. But she loved him because he never, 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 never changed. And it's like we keep doing it. Like we keep saying that we have to get to a certain point, to a certain finish line in order to make women happy. But then we say women should like us for what we have. And Wolfstack, I think it's so socially conditioned in our mind, and we're brainwashed to do it. Like Wolfstack says, she'll hold us down. Why is it holding you down just for being with the person that you are? Like, why is it holding you down just because you already content with what you have? You could take care of a household and family. Why is it considered struggle? Because she meets you where you are and loves you right where you at. You get what I'm saying?
I think he mean like the extreme situations, like let's say, losing your job, y'all get kicked out or something like that, and she don't go bounce to somebody else to, to pick herself back up. She still stay with you through the struggle. I think that's what he probably mean by that.
No. Hey, JB, most men feel like they're not in a good place in their life because of what women's demand are, family. Like a lot of men have stress on themselves 24/7 trying
That
to
is
get
true,
to a place every single day to make sure they feel adequate about themselves because the expectations that society sets on them and the expectations women set on them. Like men are stressed out every single day trying to get. There's men when you become even more mature, and I bet you, JB, you sophisticated jerk, you and y'all, all of y'all, you stop even messing with women to get to that position until you start messing with women again to get to that place.
What you mean by that?
There's a lot of
So
sacrifice.
there's a lot of men. So there's a lot of men once they start maturing and like, yo, I got to get all my stuff together before I can even deal with women or the expectation of women. So I'll push. I'll start focusing more on my purpose and on those goals to get what women are asking to start dealing with women again.
I built my wife for so long. I see that all the time. But I feel like I built my wife for so long. Like we was like right after high school, me being in college. So I've always built my wife throughout my 20s. So she watched every phase like that I went through, like the ups and downs. Like she saw everything, and I always was with her during that time period. But I still see what you're saying about where guys, because I was just talking about the last time we had or you had a stream to where guys have to set aside that time to say, I'm not dealing with chicks right now. And once I get my stuff together, you know what's funny? I'm actually talking to a guy that I do business with about that, because he's saying that he needs to get money before he start courting girls again. I said no. I said you need to still be consistently talking to females because you need to make sure you keep that XP.
Yo, JB, you didn't hear two things today. Like this is what I love about having these conversations. Remember the first one we said men will do everything to acquiesce to women, even if it's not good enough.
Yeah,
men will leave women alone to become what women want.
That is true. Yeah, you're right.
When women leave men alone and they say they're healing, they're abstinent, they're practicing being celibate, they actually make more demands and have a higher expectation of what a man is doing instead of separating themselves from men and becoming what men want. Yo, what's going on? Yo,
no, you're right. No,
God.
Ali, if she like you, she'll date you broke, bro. If she likes you enough, she'll date you. You don't have the most money in the world. She'll date
too fast. That's a cliche thing that we say.
Damn.
Right? But
you do,
man, that's cliche.
You realize it's still a double-edged sword because
cliche thing. Okay.
Was that in the Bible?
Yes.
That's a fire word. That's a fire word. I like that.
but y'all, just think about that. It's eye-opening because when you try to have these below surface and not on the surface conversations, you can actually see what's transpiring in society. Men really separate themselves from women to become better men for women. When women separate, they're upping their value. They're going to church. They're going to therapy to make more demands from you because they repackage themselves, rebrand themselves, and make themselves even more valuable. And say, now you gotta reach the sky to get me because I've changed who I am as a person. I'm reborn again. Instead of being exactly what most men desire. And I'm not talking about in a sexual aspect. I'm talking about this woman who cooperates, this woman who's nurturing and loving, this woman who stands by her man, this woman who ain't got to constantly be corrected, and this woman that actually cooperates and submits to a man and believes in and trusts in him, even if she don't believe in what she's saying at a certain point, but she learns and proves herself that I'm going to stand by my man, even if I don't believe in it. And she watches him become successful in his decision-making. Y'all get what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Leosha, what's going on, Leosha?
Hey, how you doing?
How
What's
things
going
going?
on? Thank you. It's going well. I just really want to get up here real quick because I'm about to go to the laundromat. I wanted to say something about the whole boss babe thing. Women who do that, they don't do it for men. They do it for other women to impress other women and show other women like, yeah, girl, I got some money. If I don't got a man, that's okay because I got this bread. That's all they do it for. They don't do it for men because men don't care about those things. They do it for each other so they can build up the sisterhood and feminism so they can keep knocking down the red pills plan. That's all I got for real.
I feel that.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Leo,
I was in a situation where I got like presented with like an offer from a boss babe.
What you mean?
Yeah, she wanted to like take care of me and stuff like that. Like she wanted like to travel. She wanted me to travel with her, and she was like going down a long list of things, and it was just really strange for me. Like I couldn't see myself doing it. I wasn't attracted to it.
Oh no,
Yeah, I
yeah,
wasn't attracted to it. The way I
that's a bad
presented it,
idea.
it was just,
So she was trying to be your sugar mom in a way?
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, she was.
I had that before too. It's not good.
She was trying to fly you out,
eventually,
baby.
Yeah, for real.
Hold on, y'all. She was trying to put you in your soft man era.
Yeah.
Man. Why you ain't take that, man? Go
I ain't never
let her put cotton in between your toes and feed you grapes. Why you ain't do that?
See, I like this was back when I was kind of like, doing my thing or whatnot. And me and her was working together. And she tried to present that to me. And it was just little things that's why I say these women, like, I'm not trying to generalize all of them, but some of them are
you're
trying
supposed
to
to
set
take
you
that,
up.
man.
Nah,
I know,
not
right?
necessarily.
I'm
Let me tell you
upset with
why.
JB at this point.
Y'all kind of upset. You should have
You were supposed to take that, brother.
She was doing things a little too extra. And let me tell you what she said. She said, if you get fired, I'll still take care of you. Or no, she said you can come work for me. I didn't like that because you're willing to compromise.
Employee and eat that coochie is crazy.
She was willing to compromise my situation.
Leosha got to stop.
Leosha got to stop. Corporate ladder, bro.
Nah, I ain't like
I would have had all her credit cards
Oh.
maxed out.
I thought he said the cards maxed. I couldn't do it, man. Once I found out you said that you would, even if I got fired, I could just come work for you, and you was willing to, help get me fired. I couldn't.
But it's interesting. It's interesting. Let's stay where you at. All the women that may have came in men's life that would have did all those things for them.
Yeah.
Did they not do it because they didn't like those women, or did they not do it so that a woman wouldn't compromise your manhood? If she ever changed her mind, you wouldn't have nothing going for yourself. Why do you think most men don't go for that? Is it because you'd be compromised as a man if she ever changed her mind, or is it that the man, and you losing your manhood, like you think society would lose respect for you? Like how many men would be comfortable you chilling at the house playing the game? Look now, hold on, JB, you ruined it all for us because you could have promoted that and we sitting at the house playing the game. You sitting at the house playing the game. You ordering some food at the house. She probably took care of that. She working, she getting the money, she a baddie, boss babe. And you just get to chill. Like, why you ain't let her push that? Did you not feel like were you too proud to let a woman take care of you?
Yeah, and I know myself, I like a certain amount of control in like relationships or whatnot. So I think the amount of control that she wanted, it was just gonna clash because I still she wanted me to be there when she wanted me to be there, and I was only gonna be there when I wanted to be there. So when she said like, yeah, I need you to travel with me, kind of like on like a call type of thing, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go when I want to go. And I think that's what kind of started pushing me away. I was like, man, just too much control.
And it's a great perspective. Stop calling my brother Kanye.
Oh, they be killing me.
Y'all gonna stop calling my brother Kanye.
Yeah. I see Ransom. I don't see Kanye. I see more of a Ransom. I don't see Kanye. I see Ransom.
Ransom? I don't know who that is.
But
that's
I'm gonna ask the brothers,
yeah.
are y'all too proud? How would you feel if a woman was trying to let you rest in your soft man era and take care of you? Like, would y'all feel uncomfortable with that? Like, I think a lot of brothers would think it's too good to be true and would be very uncomfortable with a woman taking care of them.
I'm taking that off.
And this is why I'm asking. I'm not saying that's what should happen. But if sisters are saying now we live in this society where we equal, and then we shouldn't objectify women to being sexual objects, then they should stop objectifying us to being providers, right? So if they can provide now, Are men though still in society? Is it a lie? We know that that's a lie, so we won't let a woman take care of us because we know we'll eventually bite us and nip us in the bud. So would y'all brothers be comfortable with a woman taking care of you? Starting
I'm
with
staying home. I'm eating pineapple. I'm like I'm making sure I'm in the most tip top shape. So when she come home, she get exactly what she want for sure.
So you don't have no problem taking care of the home, getting the bath water ready, and when she
problem. The bath with the roses, that she gonna get that.
When she pull up, you in your drawers, ready to go.
I'm in my bamboo cotton underwear ready.
Sophisticated jerk. Would you be comfortable with a woman taking care of you for life and let you rest in your soft man era?
Nah, I wouldn't be comfortable with it. And just to answer your question real quick, I just think, man, we're a little bit of better people, man, because we wouldn't put that burden on somebody like that. We'll be like, nah, let's build together. We both got jobs, so we could compound this faster.
Taking that.
That's a good. I didn't expect that answer, my brother. Sophisticated jerk. That was a good answer, man. I expected that from my light skinned brother. All the smoke debates. What you think about that, my brother? Hey, somebody hitting plastic cups against each other.
No, there's some dogs in the back. Sit them dogs down.
Somebody breeding pit bulls. Who that?
Breeding pit bulls. Damn.
I thought somebody was beating on the drum for change or something.
Got the kennel in the house.
all the smoke, my brother. Would you be comfortable? And by the way, y'all, shout out to the 236 people watching. Please like and subscribe. My camera's getting better from the suggestion that my brother, I believe, who was that suggested to me to open up these windows? Was that my brother Brandon Tillman? I think that's before he left. He suggested I open these windows. It's getting a little better. I might throw the camera outside the window, and then turn on the camera from there, and then possibly it'll work instantly. But right now we going for the window open. Next one we'll be throwing the camera outside, literally outside the window, because I'm tired of the camera doing that as well too. But would you be comfortable, my brother, all the smoke, with a woman allowing you to rest in your soft girl era, a soft man era? Excuse me. Please forgive me for that mistake.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I can't. I'm not on that. I gotta take care of business. So
okay. And why would you not be comfortable with that, my brother?
I just, it's not in me to be sitting on my behind and letting some woman take care of me. It's just, it ain't in me. I don't think I could. I feel funny. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised like that, and I ain't never seen no man in my circle or around me and my family sitting on their behind and letting some woman take care of them. So I don't even know what that looked like. You know, I understand some dudes they okay with it, and you know, all power to you. But for a person like me, in my opinion, that look suspect. That look crazy.
See, we calling the man suspect. Like, are we brainwashing and conditioning ourselves in society to not allow the women to help you or to take care of you?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
If they fought so hard to go to work now, but then you won't take $1 from her, or you wouldn't allow her to take care of you when she has if she make $300,000 a year, or she a millionaire, and she says, "Hey, you know what?
Take home. Take home.
Take home. You ain't got to work anymore. I just want you to come home and take care of the house." You saying you're not gonna let that happen?
No, the best thing I do is let her believe that she's running crap. That's the best I can do. That money, I'll be taking that money, I'll be flipping it, I'll be doing my own thing, and just let her believe that she's running things. But at the end of the day,
you're gonna have to stay home to even get the opportunity, brother.
I'll be working at home though.
Yeah, but you still gotta be home.
I'll be working at home.
Know what you're doing. Exactly. That's why you take that offer.
Right. Listen to what I'm saying. It still will be an illusion to her. She will believe that she's running things, and I don't mind that, because for the most part, the majority of women nowadays, not all, but the majority of women nowadays, they live in an illusion world anyway. So why not feed it to them? And I digress there.
I wish that women had the same amount of energy to be women that men have the energy to be. My brother Samson, would you let a woman let you rest in your soft man era, my brother?
Nah, I'm good.
Damn.
That's a narcissistic answer, Mont. That super chat.
Oh my God. I just feel like feel like I mean, especially with women today, it's like it's gonna be too. It's like you shouldn't give, I guess, a certain amount of power. I don't want that to be equated in control. I can't have like we talked about leaders earlier in the conversation, and like I said, if inherently, whether I got $1 or $1 million, I'm built to be a leader. I'm not built to follow nobody. I wasn't created or born to follow nobody else. But that's it. So to me, if I'm in a relationship with you, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate, you doing your thing, you grinding and all like that. But I think a lot of times, especially that women today, they equate their money to control. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all cook. Well, we getting somewhere with this conversation, boy. God dang.
At least a lot of guys in my circle, they got women that make more bread than them. But when they start talking about, no, I want to get married, move in with me, come stay with me, I got to be in a part. All of them say, hell no, I'm not going to stay with her.
So
that's a different scenario.
I'm saying that to say, if you make more bread, period, like they equate that, a lot of them equate that to control. Because you make more money than me, I'm supposed to do what you say to do. And like we said in the beginning about us being men, being leaders, regardless if you make more money than me or not, I'm not, you can't control me. Like,
you own your house.
All right, stop.
You own your house.
Yeah, I own this house right here.
You own it. The bank don't, no mortgage, no nothing. You own that house.
My house, my murals, my crib.
No. You own that house flat out, right?
Yes.
No, he's trying to say, yeah. You saying it's paid off completely, or you still paying mortgage on it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, paying mortgage. No.
Yeah, exactly, man. So stop that.
You'll never. Hey, you know what's crazy, Samson?
I was talking about Genghis Khan earlier, bro.
In our lifetime.
No, what you say?
Y'all was talking about Genghis Khan earlier, bro. Genghis Khan went places and took over, bro. We talking about everybody want to be this leader, bro. All the great leaders had to follow somebody at some point, bro. It don't matter if it's a male or female. Somebody had to follow somebody at some point. You talking about
a woman?
Yeah, but you followed your mother.
Hold on,
you followed your mother. You followed your mother.
No, I followed my father.
Okay. You followed somebody, right? So everybody talking about born to be leaders.
As a
like
minor,
the scenario was this. Look, the scenario was this. You got a rich woman telling you stay home. That don't have to be hold on.
Brother,
that don't have to
about
be
a grown man following
okay. We don't have to do the grown man thing. I'm telling you the scenario. A wealthy woman is telling you to stay home.
Somebody
right?
Just
like how you said on the back end.
Somebody playing the video. It's echoing. Somebody playing it. Oh, somebody got an echo. I heard.
Just like how you said on the back end. Nah, it was all the smoke. Put all the smoke up there.
Nah, I wanted to respond to what you were saying.
Yeah, but just like you were saying on the in the scenario, you stay home, you're gonna be flipping the money. Yeah. Play docile until you get in a position to flip all that bread. Like, what's wrong with doing that for 6 months, 3 months to get to come?
Let me make it more
for
clear.
real. Y'all worrying about power, right? But one of the main rules in the 48 laws of power is don't outshine the king. If she don't outshine the king, right? If she's the king, right? And you in a position to sit back and come up. Why
That's
not come
a feminine
up?
way of thinking, bro. That's a feminine way of thinking, bro. Most men don't think like that. Men don't say, I'm gonna come up with my lady. Men don't think like that, bro. That's feminine, bro. Respectfully, that's a feminine way of thinking, bro.
Let me make this a lot more clear to you. First and foremost, if you're supposed to be the head of your house and the leader of your household, if she's making 300,000, $1 million, regardless of how much money she's making, that she can never make more than you because that ain't her money. That's our money. So we already even feel regardless of what's coming in the crib. So she would never be able to
take that money and make it work.
be a leader over a man if the man is the man of the house. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're not trying to listen to what I'm talking about.
Let her make the money then.
It's a hard.
Exactly.
Hold on. Excuse me. What you say?
I was saying, why if her money is our money, and so why is there a problem to let her work and stay home?
Let her work and me stay home.
Or yeah, like if she's the breadwinner and you're saying that you can't do that, but you're just saying, you just said now that her money is our money. So then what's the problem in letting her be the breadwinner and you being home?
Again, if you
The
follow
problem is
what
that
I'm
scenario don't actually happen.
listen to that scenario don't. First of all,
It don't last for long
happen.
either.
It don't happen in my
Yeah, it won't last,
thinking anyway. Because dang, can I say? Let me finish saying what I'm trying to say. If I'm the head of the household, right, and her money is my money, how can you consider her the breadwinner when that 300,000 whatever coming in is actually mine anyway?
She the breadwinner because she making it.
Oh my goodness, man.
So
That's
then
why.
I don't understand
I
what
want.
the problem is then.
Hold
What's
on.
the problem
I never
with what
said it.
the CEO
I'm not saying it's a
said?
problem. I'm not saying it's a problem. I think y'all just don't understand where I'm coming from. Y'all don't want to
I'm
grasp
peace, so I know where
reality.
you're coming from. Trust me.
Y'all fail to grasp what I'm saying when it comes to her money is my money or my money is her money. Y'all know how that goes, right? So there is no, because if there is no breadwinner in that particular situation, I don't care if she make $1 million a year. If that $1 million still belong to me, who's the breadwinner in that situation? It's my million.
Bro, that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make any
Oh,
sense,
it don't
bro.
make any
The
sense. It
difference, the
only
difference
makes
between
sense.
the
But
difference
hold on,
between a woman and a
finish.
man.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It only makes sense. It only makes sense when the tables are turned, though. And this is the simple stuff we got to deal with every day. It only makes sense when the tables are turned. When the man is making all this money and the woman talking about my money is her money, it makes logical sense then. But anytime we try to put the favor on the man, it never makes sense. And then we try to figure out why these women are so delusional right now today. It's because you dudes are sitting there saying this goofy shit to them. And y'all the
Nah,
reason why
nah,
y'all got them.
bro. Nah, no, bro. You're saying hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Let me land my plane. I'm gonna shut up when I'm finished.
Hold on, bro. You've been talking, bro. You're saying the goofy shit.
Well, I got
Most men that have common sense know that a woman taking care of you for 2 months or too long, she's going to eventually disrespect you, bro. She's going to disrespect you. Whether it's whether you left underwear in the bathroom or you didn't clean the sink, she's going to eventually say something to you, bro.
I agree with that.
Wolf and Smoke,
y'all
actually agree. CEO is the one that's on the opposition. He's saying that you should be in your.
Bro, I agree with what you're talking about.
That's what
are you talking about?
CEO, right? You feel like
that's the reason why I made it clear that I would never let a woman take care of me because of what the brother just said.
I agree. Yeah.
CEO,
Wolf, you saying the same thing.
Who talking?
I'm trying.
I think I'm saying it in a way where it sounds like I'm disagreeing with certain things. I'm just saying it in the way I see it. What I'm saying is I would never let a woman take care of me like that, though. Because ultimately they will use that against you. I don't care how much you think that woman loved you. They're gonna use it as power, man.
All right.
But I digress, man.
Hey, CEO, I agree. I agree to a certain extent of what you're saying. I'm just saying if we're talking about in a realistic sense as of right now, I can't put myself in no position to let anybody, male or female, take control of me. Now my girl is Spell the Roses. And Smell the Roses, my chick, and I can trust that's like when we was talking about hold me down, and I don't have anybody loitering anything over my head, and I have to like check in with you. I got a Life 360 and a fucking AirTag in my damn Jordans at night. And
just like 360.
Look, I'm jacking what you're saying. But another, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't have the shit in front of me. But you was talking about the 48 Laws of Power. I read that book too. And one of the laws I think is like learn to keep people dependent on you. I'm not trying to be dependent on nobody. You feel me?
Right.
Because we like you the CEO, like we men at the end of the day. I'm not saying everything you're saying.
Y'all assuming that I'm thinking this woman loves me and want to be together forever. If somebody offer me 12 months, 6 to 12 months of just like get yourself in order, stay home, I got everything, I'm taking that deal. I'm taking that deal. On the first day, the clock starts and I know. Let me see if I can get out of here in 2 to 3 months.
Can I
You feel
jump
me?
in
Like
just a second?
y'all assuming that I'm gonna think, oh,
You gotta give context to that.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Complex hasn't even spoken yet. How you doing, my brother?
What's up, man?
I thought y'all would have let the brother in. Y'all just said I'm gonna be Kobe and Shaq and Magic Johnson and Dwayne Wade. Let my brother get in, then we go right back to open panel. It is very eye-opening how much brothers fight to take care of women, but won't let women take care of them. It's very eye-opening. It's not. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but it's very eye-opening how men are struggling, and it still demonstrates who's actually trying to love and take care of the other person. It's deep. I love it. Y'all fighting to take care of women and take care of yourself right now, which is honorable as well too. But it's very hard to receive from the women. Go ahead, my brother Complex.
All right. So first off, what's up to the panel? I want to come in right with decorum and being respectful and all that.
My brother, is your mic? It sound a little emasculated. So it sound a little.
Is that better?
Nah, my brother sound. I want to make sure you come. I know your voice don't sound like that, and you wouldn't want your voice to come out like that too. So I want to make sure you come out the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said too. So let me hold on real quick.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
No, so do you have a computer mic or you have like a professional mic?
I've got it's on my.
You muted yourself now.
How about now? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Better, much better.
See how brothers look out for each other.
So I'm struggle streaming. I tried to hook. I
didn't let you tell. All right, you got it, my brother. Go ahead.
All right. I was trying to connect on the tablet at first. It didn't work. I hooked up my laptop. Here we go.
You're okay. Nothing can be worse than Ali's camera.
All
So
right,
it's
check
okay.
it. So check it. I think.
Oh man! Hey!
I've been listening, and I want to go back to what Ali said in the beginning. I think it starts with, can a broke man be a leader? I'm just gonna touch that, and then I'll answer the relevant question. Can someone broke be a leader? Absolutely. The ability to generate revenue has nothing to do with leadership.
Shit like that.
My definition of leadership is the ability to facilitate a person who's in agreement to a predetermined goal. That's leadership. It doesn't have anything to do with the ability to generate revenue. You have to generate revenue. That is important in the dynamics of a relationship. But when we're strictly talking about the ability to lead, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Can I get you to the goal that we agreed to when we first started talking? How that applies to what we're talking about right now. If the woman makes $300,000 a year, in the beginning of the relationship, when we were establishing the terms, if I'm a proper leader, I'm going to say to her, in the event that I have a financial hardship, what does the game plan look like? Regardless to how much money she makes, it doesn't matter. If we have a clear-cut plan, okay, I'm pulling 300K. I'm gonna just throw out an example. I'm pulling 300K. You were doing this job that didn't work. I want you to take 12 months, go jump in the CDL program, get your CDLs, go back out. I'm making 300K. I'm going to buy you a truck. We're going to open up your LLC. You're going to get back to doing your thing. I'm going to absolutely allow her to do that. And that doesn't diminish anything as in regards to my ability to lead. It's about setting the proper expectation in the beginning. Now, y'all said something that I wanted to touch on too. And this is not most women. This is not all women, but it's a lot of them. A lot of them don't respect the value proposition, the value proposition as far as what they bring that is valuable to a man, as far as setting up those expectations in order for stuff to work. So it shifts. For some women, they get stuck on a certain dollar amount or clout, a certain position that person has to work and stuff like that. But then when you flip that coin and you ask them, okay, what about your lemonade makes your lemonade so special? They don't have anything to give you, so they don't give you anything. They talk about the things that they value, so that's important to them, and it doesn't matter to most men. And with that, I land my plane.
So I have a problem with that. Most of what you're saying, I think you sound intentional, right? But the thing that losing me in 2026, and I'm trying to just destroy certain talking points, is that you have to have a predetermined goal for her to agree with. Where a lot of men will say it has to be something y'all agreed upon, but can you change your mind as a man? And I'm saying it intentionally. I'm not saying it just because I disagree with you. I want to make sure when I have these disagreements, it's us men coming to the table to make sure we're not shooting ourselves in the foot, being too boastful or prideful about our positions we put ourselves in. So when you say that, does that mean you can't change your mind?
No. I'm in a relationship. I've been married since 2012. We've been rocking since 2012. So again, it goes back to my original premise. In order to lead, you have to have a destination. That does not mean
that too. So number two. No. So that's number two.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
I already said if you have to leave that woman to somewhere else other than yourself, you already doing too much. And
that's not what I meant.
No, but I understand what you're saying. That's why I say I'm not trying to put you in the corner and keep you there.
Sure.
A lot of men say you have to lead her to the destination. What destination are we taking her? So my Ali in 2026, I tell the men, if it's not to you and if something more outside of you, you're always going to set yourself up for failure because you're already setting up yourself to where you always have to improve. You have to take her to this location that exists that we can't even clarify what it is. Where is it actually you taking her, my brother Complex One, to meet the goal?
So to address directly what you said, the way that I'm describing it is it's a destination that we both agree to. You know, I like that. The thing I like to say is this: as a man,
no, my brother, where is that? So most of brothers keep talking about. So most of the times we see sister pair bond with toxic men, lying men, abusive men. Hold on, for long periods of time. All right,
sure.
And the women we see them typically be with are those men that enable them too.
Yeah.
Okay. But soon as they get a man who actually puts his foot down, has expectations and standards, that man becomes boring. That man becomes predictable. That man sets an expectation and standard that forces her to have to be a woman and have to actually love this man. And then she'll tell the whole world, hey man, what happened with Fred?
Right.
Oh, we grew apart. Irreconcilable differences.
Right.
She grows apart from the actual man and the good man, where she'll stand for a long time with the enabling man and the toxic man because they both make her look good. And she needs, though, that man to look like a woman because he's not going to tell the truth. He's not going to tell on himself or her to make sure he continuously validating him. So if what you're saying is actually true and we're going to warrant it and what it looks like to be a leader, where is this location that we taking this woman?
So I like to say that as a man, my job is to lead my lady to the end of life being positive, profitable, and productive. The end of life. Either I'm going to bury her or she's going to bury me. And if she buries me first, he was a good man who stood up for his family. He provided for his family, made a meaningful environment for his family. That's the end goal. And the same thing in reverse should be for my lady. If I have to bury her first, she was a good woman. She was a good mother. She took care of kids. Kids were properly educated. She had her own thing that she did independent of family and those other things that was in agreement to what we decided together, you know, given the time and environmental factors and stuff like that. That would be my sense of direction. Is it set in stone? Absolutely not. If the proper opportunity comes in line for me or her, then we're going to make adjustments together. We're going to look at it. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Does your woman got to cook every day?
Does she have to cook every day? No, not
does your woman have to give you sex on demand?
Yes, absolutely.
Does she have to cooperate with you 100% of the time?
Absolutely. Woman calling him?
No, you ain't.
right.
So she's never said no to you when you wanted sex?
No.
In your whole entire life?
Right hand to God, no.
Okay. And she always listens to you even if she doesn't agree with you?
I'm not going to say you ain't going to get some interference and some technical difficulty sometimes, but that's in the nature of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
But the main thing about is this. A lot of times when we talk to men about what the leadership looks like and what qualifies a man, it's something that benefits the woman. It's not typically what benefits a man. Yeah. So that's why I ask you those questions. And a lot of times what you're saying you get, a lot of men don't get, but a lot of married, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not taking nothing away from you. Married men do a huge disservice to us. And I'm not saying you, and I'm not saying CEO, JB, or sophisticated jerk, but where men will come on and profess what's going on in their lives, what's going on in their single life, most married men will put on a persona so that his woman don't look bad, and so he doesn't look bad. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because that's your wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting you to come out here and tell the truth about your wife being this type of way. But what I'm saying is that the way it looks bad sometimes is that the man will talk about the men who not married, who's single, and will say those men can't speak on it unless they married. And they quickly put the marriage in front of everybody, instead of saying that whoever this woman want to marry, she needs to be doing what this man is asking for. And saying, I understand why men are single in 2026, because he gives the ring, he gives the validation, he gives the marriage. So if you ain't married, that means you're not doing what a man is asking. It's not the other way around. Oh, go ahead.
I wouldn't go that far. I do agree with you on the idea that some married men would be fake for appearance purposes and stuff like that. But then at the same time, I would say I don't know you, and I don't have any reason to lie to you about my personal situation.
Of course, I don't mean you. I don't mean
no. I'm not personalizing. I'm just responding. I'm just responding.
Of course, yeah.
I'm just responding. What I would say to those single men, and I would say I was lucky. You know, thank God that, you know, with who I found. What I would say to what you said earlier about, you know, what it looks like out here in the landscape, in the environment, I would say slow to hire, quick to fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what the vetting process is for. And if that woman can't get on your plan and your program, you got to go ahead and let her go. You know, sometimes that can be easier said than done. But
no. You can't say your program. You said y'all both have to agree on it. That's what I'm saying.
Are we talking?
No. You said
no. I know about me. We're not talking.
Mine.
No, I get that. But so let me ask the question. With what you said after you said, Matt, I'm not talking about you. Are you talking about prior to marriage, getting to that point, or after the marriage is in place and then we're moving forward from there? Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about? So I'm gonna use Smell the Roses for example. Am I dating Smell the Roses and we have not reached the point where we've gotten married, or is me and Smell the Roses married and now we're moving through life? With what you just said to me, which time period are we? Because they're not the same. There is a pre-marriage, you know, vetting process and screening and all that, what you want to call it. And then there is, she hit my requirements, so I married her, and now we're in partnership through life. What are you talking about when you say what you say?
Which part? I'm confused. I'm honestly confused by what you're saying, because I was saying.
What I said, you started in the early beginnings when you're just dating, or is your expectation of this?
Ali's talking about y'all already married.
It shouldn't matter
y'all
though.
already married,
but it shouldn't matter.
So Samson. Okay, so we're already married. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if we're already married, then the goal and the direction is the end of life. One of us die. Either I'm gonna bury you, or you gonna bury me. So we have to establish, okay, what does a well-lived, prosperous life look like to us? It's really a conversation that you should have prior to getting married, because you need to get an idea of what that woman thinks that is before you marry her. And I think a lot of the stuff that you've been calling out is because you didn't at least ask the question to the woman in the beginning. Can they change their mind?
The vetting process.
No, so I agree with you too, because women change their minds.
Yeah,
and actually,
can they change their mind? Yes.
Hold on real quick. Women bait and switch worse with relationships than men do bait and switch with just having sex, because that's actually a permanent.
I agree.
It's supposed to be. So hold on real quick. So I don't. What I'm saying is that a lot of times men just stay in marriages because they don't want to lose their family and their kids. Like, they want to see their kids 100% of the time instead of 50% of the time. Men want to keep, and because of that pride, not because of pride, because that they duty, they feel like they're supposed to fulfill their duty to the family. A lot of men will still lie about their happiness and how they feel in a relationship to not lose that relationship, because men are loyal to their families where women are loyal to themselves. So that's why I said majority of times men in relationships and marriages lie to make their family look good. And I'm not against lying. The problem is not being able to look at and call out what the women are doing in general, and understanding why a lot of men are single and not in relationships. But when they go, they just don't love and respect you. Y'all suckers, y'all broke, y'all not leaders. It tells me what's going on in the household as well too, because it looks like a form of projection, because you in jail, you want other men to be in jail too.
And because
I don't disagree with that. You know, it's not tied to my personal situation, so I don't disagree.
Well, I want
to love you, my brother CEO.
I want to ask you guys, the all the married people. So that's JB, Sophisticated.
Oh, hold on real quick. We being disrespectful to the chat.
It's time for some super chats.
Never mind.
Much love to the 257 people in the building. Please like and subscribe. Please make sure you share. Just hit the share button at the bottom of the screen. It helps with the algorithm. It helps us to get farther out into this YouTube world and YouTube universe. All right. Please hit the share button, and it's for free. Much love to the donations and much love to the support and contributions from the people. I got to make sure I respect the chat as well too. I got to read the super chats. I don't like it going too far along. If y'all got questions, if you got suggestions or advice, you can super chat them as well too, and we'll try our best to answer them. Let me see. I think I already read that one. Complex One. That's you, my brother, with the $5 super. I like that avatar too. Superman. With the $5 super chat, the ability to generate revenue is immaterial to the ability to facilitate progress to a predetermined goal. And that's now look, I'm gonna come right back to you real fast. Hold on.
Thank you for the $5, homie. For real. You know what that means? It's our time to shine. Let's light it up.
Grandma loved granddaddy. Grandma loved cooking for granddaddy. Grandma loved cleaning for granddaddy. Grandma gave granddaddy a family. She didn't set these high expectations for him to meet. And if he didn't meet it, he failed the family. I keep saying and asking where this predetermined goal, and a lot of men are sacrificing themselves, breaking their back, trying to be something they're not, or trying to be something that their woman wants, instead of living a joyful having a joyful family and having the experience with just enjoying their lady, but she wants something outside the man, where the man typically wants his woman. So when you say the ability to facilitate progress to a predetermined goal, it went from, so first you didn't really answer the question, Complex, on that one, but the where you took it was to the end, a permanent progress to the end of the life. You took them to the end of their life. What is the middle part? What is the goal before that? It can't just be to the end of their life of the end goal, right? What is the actual goal that you have to progress to for your woman? Not staying with her till she dies, or her staying with you till you die. What is the goal, predetermined goal?
You ask. You ask before you get married in the conversation.
No. See, no, I'm asking you, what should that be typically? What is the predetermined goal?
See, I see. Now this is where I've got to push back to you.
No problem.
You can't. If I'm dating an individual woman and I'm in a relationship with a woman, not the female gender, not the 4.5 billion females that's on the planet. If I'm in a relationship, which is a connection with an individual woman, then I have to ask that individual woman, smell the roses. What does a well-lived life look for you? Earl Nightingale, motivational guy, he says success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. And what you're doing is you're generalizing the entire female species when, if you're in the relationship with an individual, you have to ask the individual, smell the roses. I'm 42. However old she is, I'm not going to ask you. In 10 years, what does success look like for you 10 years from now? Do we have a house? Where are we living? What are we doing? What do you like to do? I'm going to let her tell me. This is a part of the vetting process, and this is the part of an evaluation that you should always be doing at all times. It's not solid, but you're going to ask. You ask what leadership was in the beginning. You said, can broke men be leaders? You can't be a leader if you're not going somewhere. Where are you going? And that person that you're leading has to agree with where you're going. If you don't ask for their input as far as where you're going, that's going to be a lot of the reason why you get pushback, because the other person may not agree with where you're going. If you find that out early, that's a blessing. We are not compatible. More power to you.
You see how long, you see how much you had to say to say what you have to do for an actual woman, and it's her supposed to be on your page. Where a lot of women are monoliths, and so are men. A man will say he wants peace from a woman, he wants intimacy from a woman, and he wants respect from a woman. Typically, that's what most men want, right?
Men are simple, yeah.
Yeah, and women are complex. So even if you say you come into this goal, it's going to be about what she wants, and that goal is ever moving because your goal should be she wants you, and whatever you need her to do. Let me
what is the alternative though? What is the alternative? You have one of two options. You have one of two options. I'm not disagreeing with you. I am agreeing with
you. Did. You gave me. You remember you said you gave me pushback.
Well, no. Well.
This is me. I said the woman should be led to you, whatever she needs to do, and what your requirements are to be with you. What we've been confused about and let society do is that we have to set a predetermined goal for what she wants, and we pretend it's a we, but it's really for what she wants, because you always have to grow. You have to be ambitious. You have to do something outside of her when you just want her, but she wants what's outside of you. So what I'm saying, if we're telling men to do what's in the best interest of women, and then we're telling women to do what's in the best interest of her, and we call that a partnership, and calling that the actual relationship that's supposed to take us to our deathbed, we keep compromising our sons and men. Why you got to do more than her doing what you need her to do to be with you? Why you got to do more than that?
The value proposition is asymmetrical.
What you answer a complex. You are not answering my questions, brother. I'm asking you again. Okay. If I want her, I want you. I want you. I want your intimacy. I want your mind. I want your spirit. I want your body. I don't need nothing. I don't need your car. I don't need your house. I don't need nothing else. And I want a family with you. That's man. Woman goes, I want everything else but you. That's today's society.
Right.
So what's your goals? Where are you leading us to? Where are we going? Are you ambitious? Like, can I show off what you're doing to my girlfriend? So when they ask me what you do for a living and where you going, I can show that off and go, hey man, my man doing it better than you doing it.
Look at what he's doing. Right.
So when you say what you're saying, you're still saying what they say, but we say it in the mouth of a man. If you're saying something, if you're taking this woman and you're leading her to somewhere outside of yourself, that's where we're doing too much, and that's why men are overworking and exerting themselves and still not get nothing for it, because the goal isn't you. The goal is to take her some. Go ahead, my brother JB.
Yeah, sometimes and I know you were just saying like sometimes married guys are disingenuous, and this way I got to piggyback off complex. So like when we give y'all our experiences, y'all still trying to write
You're dismissing
off.
What did I dismiss?
If it's not realistic, because I understand what he was saying
Maybe
about.
Slow down. Everything he's saying is cliche. Everything he says is what the married. Hold on, real
everything
quick.
that I'm saying. You said everything that
I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not even saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it in a disrespect.
Wait.
Hold on. I was talking, my brother. Please not. Let's not turn that energy. Right. I'll tell y'all what happens all the time. I keep it civil, and then it starts going a certain way.
Sure. My apologies.
Most of what you're saying is what the typical married man says, and it's cliche. It's never that she should be happy with me. I take her to me. When I ask you where, and that's why Sophisticated Jerk earlier said too, you're not answering the question. The goal you're saying is going to be determined by both of you. Where is that? If you say we're easy to please and they're not, it's almost impossible for them to please. Do you realize if we set the goal at what a man wanted, most of us would be together? But since we set the goal of what she wants, and that's the partnership, nobody's ever happy.
But the thing about it though, in the modern world, in a healthy situation, depending on what age you and the woman get together, like if a woman is in her 30s and 40s, it might be more goal orientated because she's already lived a certain time period.
Hold on. We contradict ourselves because he contradicted himself later on. He said she need to be on my page. So what married men will do too is say, if she's not on your page, if she don't love and respect you, you need to cut her off. But at the same time, they'll say, we have to have a predetermined goal, and we have to get to wherever we say we have to get to. When most men, his goal is the woman, and the woman's goal is everything else but the man.
This is where I'm going to agree with you, because see, I've been with my woman since like after high school, early college for me. There was no goal. She just followed me and just followed everything.
Yes.
She said.
Yes.
There you go.
This is nuance. This goal stuff. Our granddaddies and grandma, my mom and daddy went no goals. My mama, I'm gonna tell y'all this. My mama took my dad to go get married.
Yeah.
And this thing about my dad said he was never gonna get married again in his previous marriage. He was done with marriage. He met my mother, I believe, in a year or 6 months. My mom took him to the altar in another country and said, we getting married. And I said, Dad, why you let her do that to you? Oh, I knew she was the one. I knew she was a wife. And he married my mom. My mama left her country to come with my dad here. Her goal was whatever I had to do to be with this man. She left her entire family and built a family for him. So when 2000 and we in 2000, my dad is 6 years older than my mother.
I'm talking about like during the time period they got married.
My father got married 28 and 20,
25.
They were younger. They were younger when they got married. But what I'm trying to say is this: my mother wanted my father. She didn't want nothing else. I mean, obviously she want the things that women want, but she wouldn't leave there's certain things like, hey, she wants a better living. And my father made sure that he could provide security, because we were living check to check as well too, until my father got better established. But my mama wanted to be with that man and build that man to be what she wanted him to be to that certain point, to just be able to sustain the household. My mama didn't want to be a rich woman. She just wanted to make sure we were comfortable with what we needed. My mom didn't buy herself things like that. She wasn't trying to go on these trips. She was doing whatever she could to take care of her family. So all I'm saying is this: we should be giving each other what we need to take care of each other. It shouldn't be this nuance of a goal. Hey Samson, what's your goal? Hey Wolfstacks, what's your plan? Hey Sophisticated Jerk, where are we going? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from Complex. All I'm saying is that in one breath we say we got to do this predetermined goal better, and we agree to it. And if she doesn't go off your goals, then you need to cut her off. But it's y'all plan. It's not your plan.
Some of these like relationships and marriages for older people, you know, maybe late 30s, 40s, 50s, it's going to be a little bit different, especially when both of them already lived a certain type of life. They are possibly trying to come together, put finances together. You got to find out people's credit situations. If you got a working vehicle, I got a working vehicle. So I do think when people come together, those questions might come up. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still going to be a large level of attraction on how much you actually, you know, look at that person and just be like, damn, I just really love you. But at the same time, when you are healthy and you still have to be a functioning adult in society, there's going to be other questions that have to be answered. Because if not, now I can point at that person and say, damn, you dumb for not asking him that shit, you know, or learning what his background and his, you know, finance history, things like that. So it can be complex depending on the age of when people have to come together.
Or
yeah, I didn't know what my goals were, y'all. I didn't have any goals. I just
when I was young, I didn't.
Right, but that is still that. Most relationships are going to fail because of the expectations and demands of a woman. The more money you make, the more problems. That's what happens.
All I was gonna say was I was just gonna ask this, because I know a lot of y'all on the panel are married. I do want to be married, but I gotta go back to the stuff that me and All the Smoke was talking about with CEO, because I just need clarification on this one point. So when we're talking about, if we're supposed to be, as men, we're supposed to be leaders, women are by default supposed to be nurturers. To me, in my opinion, I feel like I'm already putting her out of position if I'm basically falling in line with her, if like I'm living with her. Now I understand the whole thing about, you get a plan, you could try to flip the money, you could do stuff with it. I understand all of that. But when you mention 48 Laws of Power, because I read that book, that's all about control. Like Law 31 is like control all the options. And you teach people to play with the cards you give them. That's like Law 31. So to me, I can't give my girl, like, I love you, like, don't get it twisted, but I can't give you all that power and dominion over me. I'm the leader. I'm supposed to do it. I'm supposed to do it. Now, regardless of what that looks like, I get it. But I want to ask y'all, just for y'all to play devil's advocate, because I do want to get married, but at the same time, I can't put myself in no position to be under nobody's thumb, like, at all. Like, I gotta be able to have the freedom to make those decisions. Me and Smell the Roses, one panel, we was talking, like, she was telling us about how there were situations that happened in her marriage where she might have made a mistake with money and cars and stuff, and then the husband felt away. Like, but y'all didn't divorce, you know what I'm saying? What if I make a mistake? What if I do that? And then now, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you can take judgment and decide stuff that happened to me in a relationship. Like, nah, like, you can't.
And that's what shows a woman's love, is when she's actually mad at you and when you say no. And again, when you see what a true definition of love is, look how women treat their cats and dogs, and look how they treat their kids. They don't got to do nothing for them. They ain't got to perform for them. They ain't got to break dance. They ain't got to do moonwalks. They ain't got to do nothing for them. If she needs something more outside of you, that's the problem with our relationships. That's why most of us aren't happy, because you keep trying to compromise yourself to make this person happy. That's never happy. You at peace. So when women understand that where they need to go and gravitate to is a place of peace instead of a place of happiness that gives you happiness is the peace, we're going to continue to have problems, because most of y'all at peace with yourselves. Most women aren't. So they need a man to always constantly try to validate her and make her feel good about herself to be happy. So let me finish reading these real quick. Much love. We almost got 300 people in the building. Much love to y'all. Please like, please subscribe, please share. I'm enjoying the conversation. My brother Complex, thank you for pulling up, man. Much respect to you as well, too. My brother Cool Kev, make sure you spam his emoji with a $2 super chat. Super chat Rose is cooked.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still want to party.
Much love to you, my brother Cool Kev. Always supporting y'all. We need 9 more memberships to reach our goals, and we need 100 more in the Cash App. We reach our other goals. My Cash App ain't even been touched yet, y'all. Please, 100 more in the Cash Apps to reach our goals for the show. We got almost 300 people in the building. If anybody is simulcasting, if you're not simulcasting, you on my show and you a content creator, that is disrespectful. I want you to eat.
Log in.
I want you to eat. I want you to make sure you getting your bread and people liking and supporting you, especially if you monetize. You know I'm being sarcastic though. I don't see why you're not on the live right now, not simulcasting. Get your super chats as well too. My brother Complex again with the $5 super chat. Women make rules for who they like. They have no rules for the one they desire. That's the one. Anything else you say outside of that, Complex, is a contradiction, but that's the one that I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying, my brother. That's absolutely right.
Thank you for the $5, homie. For real. You know what that means? It's our time to shine. Let's light it up.
She will break all her rules, get rid of all her expectations when she actually likes and desire you. The problem is she don't even stay loyal to that guy in 2026. So if she like you, she leave you. If she don't like you, she'll leave you. If she wants to use you, she'll leave you. If she don't want to use you, she'll leave you as well too. And that's the problem with today's society. Probably the woman you married with, they probably don't even make them anymore. You know, they gone. They were on clearance. You got the last 2. Sophisticated probably got one. JB got one, but it's very hard to find those type of women. When you have women that's just holding you down based on the fact that they love you. My brother Complex with the $2 super chat. Internet troubles. My bad. Much love to you, my brother. Again.
Yeah, that was from before.
And then Ali, you're asking men to be a helpmeet. Nope, that's not what I'm asking, my brother. My brother Mont, I think I broke it down already though. My brother Mont with the $5 super chat. Hell no, I'm a man. I'm made to work for these women. That's all. They better not do nothing for me. I take true pride in being a man. Don't buy work, dog, if you won't work them. Get a pocket dog, man. Much love to you, my brother Mont. I hope y'all getting to see again how much men are willing to do for women and how far they'll go to make sure that the women don't do that much for them.
Thank you for the $5. We were all born to be untouchable.
My brother Mont with a $2 super chat, bro. He don't have to own his damn house, bro. That's not what he meant. Y'all know you know why he said that.
Is that
nobody?
Him? Was that him?
Nobody technically will ever really truly own their house anyway. That's a whole nother story about
You
your
still gotta
property.
pay taxes on it.
Pay the tax, man.
I know people personally that their house was paid off. They inherited a house. The tax went up in that neighborhood, and they took and seized that house. It don't matter.
I ain't got to own my house, man. I ain't got to
Don't forget the HOA liens if you have an HOA.
And nah, I don't even want to get into that about real estate. Cool Cad with the $2 super chat. I'm gonna say this: if you are paying off your house in today's current market and you're not renting it and you're not making money off of that, you're going the wrong way. You should not be paying off houses. You should be renting the house. Well, that's a whole nother story. I'll talk about that.
You supposed to be renting out my house where I'm gonna stay.
No. We could talk about that, Samson.
Okay.
We can talk about that, Samson.
All right. Sorry.
That's a different exit going down.
We got to educate each other. No. I'm saying once you know better, you do better. You doing the same thing, but
you need to do a stream on that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Cool Cat with a $2 super chat. She'll be sending you to work eventually. That's cap. My bad. Yeah, exactly. And once you and that's another thing. I'm not saying, brothers, y'all not right either. We know that a lot of times you're gonna get compromised, and if you didn't get no work under your belt, no experience, no skills, no education, you're gonna get a rude awakening because she's not gonna want to be a permanent leader. She's not gonna want to stay a boss babe. Eventually, she's gonna get older and not want to work anymore. And I know a lot of y'all, if y'all have women in your life, they want to come home. They don't want to work anymore. Mop with a $10 super chat. That's LGBT. If a man came to you and said, "I'll give you 10 million right now, you don't have to work," you shouldn't take it. Men don't skip the journey. Be wiser than that. The journey is what's important. Man, we going too far. Y'all taking it away.
We just got $10, kinfolk. You know what that means, right? We back on our feet again. I ain't gonna hold you. Support be healing people.
Lord have mercy, man. My brother Gray Biggs hit us with 5 gifted memberships. Much love to you, my brother, man. I truly appreciate that. He gifted us with 5 memberships. Make sure y'all keep those memberships. We need 9 more memberships, y'all, to reach our goals. All right. We need 90 more in the Cash App. I'll get to the Cash App. Somebody finally blessed our Cash App. Much love to you, my brother, for the 5 gifted memberships. And then my brother Tell G with the $20 super chat. Broke men can be leaders. Captain America, for example, he isn't the strongest Avenger or the richest Avenger. He is fearless, strategic, morally correct. It's his character, vision, and selfishness that makes him a leader. Yes, sir. Captain
He
America.
told Iron Man the truth, though.
What'd you say?
He didn't tell Iron Man the truth.
Ooh,
when
buddy.
it comes to
Hey, come get this nigga, man.
Don't be talking about Captain America. You know my son trying to be Captain America now. JB.
I ain't gonna talk no more about it. Then I'll leave it there.
Don't be messing up my son's Marvel characters, man.
Thank you for the $20. We're starting a nonprofit called Keep the Untouchables Fed. Remember, don't feed the haters.
But you're right about that.
That
Dang.
guy kind of looked like CJ a little bit.
Oh Lord, man, dang boy. But hey,
What is going on with him? What is going on with him? Okay, I'm sorry. It's a lot.
that's called protection. See what I just did? That's protection.
Yes, sorry. Okay.
Protection. Pump the brakes with a $10 super chat. Call Gordon Ramsay and tell him to give Ali a black jacket. He is cooking. Yo, that's crazy, man. Hold on, I'm about to hit the wrong button.
We just got $10, kinfolk. You know what that means, right? We back on our feet again. I ain't gonna hold you. Support be healing people.
And then my brother AMSM with the fist together. Much love to you, man. I truly appreciate the love. I sincerely.
The untouchable empire, baby.
And then we got my brother Solitude who becomes a member. Yo, that means we need just 8 more memberships, y'all, and 90 in the Cash App to reach our goals for the show. Much love to you, my brother Solitude, for becoming a member. And much love to the 300 people watching. Please like and subscribe and make sure you share with everybody. All right, share on your algorithm. Hit the share button on the bottom, man, so it helps with the algorithm. It is absolutely free. How many likes do we got? Let me see how many likes we got. Hold on, how many likes we got? Let's see. Can y'all see the likes? Let's see. We got 187 likes, and we got almost 300 people in the building, y'all. Let's just get the likes up a little bit. Please get up the likes up. And then my brother Tony Golden, one of the day ones, make sure you spam his emoji, in the chat with $10 super chat. All right, we need 90 more dollars in the Cash App, and we need only 9 more memberships, y'all. Let's make that happen. Let me spam my brother Tony Golden. Okay. Any rebuttals? I know I forgot I think we were at Samson. Okay, go ahead, Samson, my brother. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna ask this question then, make it short and sweet. Do you feel like Ali and everybody else, do you feel like the reason that a lot of guys might agree with my sentiment as far as a woman taking care of them is because we might just have a hard time trusting that they're gonna like, because I know you mentioned the whole bait and switch thing that a lot of women do, but are we just trusting that a lot of them not gonna act like smell the roses once we say I do?
Most men don't trust women to love them, and most men don't trust women to take care of them if they
So
want
is
to take on
that a us problem or is that a them
no,
problem?
no, that's not that's not
Devil's advocate, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying the devil's advocate would be, well, you don't trust women, like you gotta,
so I know Complex come from my the older generation that I come from. I know JB too. They used to say it was a man's job to get a woman, and it's a woman's job to keep a man. That's what the trade-off was. It was our job to get a woman, and now it's your job to keep me. If I'm working to be who I am to get you, I ain't trying to work to actually get you. I'm working to be a man, and you want to be with me, then you have to work to keep me. If I got you, then you got to work to keep me. A lot of women don't want to put the work in to keep a man.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's so simple to keep a man. It's so simple to keep a man. All you got to do is be an adult. Know how to cook, know how to take care of a home, and just give a man intimacy when he needed. Why would you not want to give a man intimacy when he needed? That's it. That's it. And it's a equal exchange. That's the thing. They want, a lot of sisters want men to pay for sex and to pay for the cooperation and being submissive. Why wouldn't you just naturally want to do that with the person you love? Let me ask y'all this. Y'all had parents. I didn't want to do all the things. Like, I was happy that my mom and dad were doing them things. I was like, yo, y'all can have that. And even when we walked in facilities, I didn't want to talk to them people as a kid. I was like, I'm happy my mom and dad talking to these people. I don't want to make all them decisions.
Yeah.
I don't understand why women just don't rest in their femininity, man, and let the man make all the decisions. Just relax, sit down and relax. I don't get, because when we fail, it's sophisticated fault. If the lights ain't on, it's Complex fault. If somebody broke in and we ain't protecting nobody, it's Samson fault. So if everything my fault, let me take care of everything. Let me fail and let me take accountability for that and just relax. Yeah. Or just do it the other way. The best thing you can do, and it still don't work anyway, so it don't matter. But I'm just saying the best thing you can do is let her have this leadership and let her crash it and then be like, you see what you just did with the leadership of the relationship? Let me get that back real quick. And that's, I'm talking about the...
And even then, as y'all...
They still dry. I know.
Yeah, a lot of them doing it by themselves. They want the experience of like the leadership of a guy, but you're just not a guy, so you never actually gonna know how to lead the correct way. But a lot of them just want to know how it feel to be right there making decisions. I pay the cost to be the boss, but do you really pay the cost to be the boss, or you just able to just pay your lights and things like that? You know what?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta write another note. You just made me think, JB. You've been making me think today.
I appreciate that, brother.
Yo, you really are. I'm about to write another note because these are things, like we are doing this because we know we're responsible, and if we fail, we let our family down. They want it just for control.
Yeah.
That's what.
Ain't that crazy? They just want the control. We like, this is a lifelong burden I got. I gotta take care of you and my family. I can't take a break. I gotta make sure they eat.
They just want to test drive. They just want to test drive it. I don't want to drive it forever. I just want to test drive and see what it's like.
JB, thank you. JB, I don't know. My brain's going on a whole other thing today. Let me write that down.
You supposed to already know.
I wanted to answer Samson's question, but I'll wait. I was going to answer Samson's about getting married, bro. You have to be okay and aware with knowing that 10 years from now, 2 years from now, she can get up and just leave.
Absolutely.
Even if you do everything right, let's say you piping her down, you paying the bills, you making sure her feet is done, you making sure she got hot baths when she had all day at work. It doesn't matter what you do as a man, you have to be okay knowing that tomorrow she gonna go.
That's true.
Nothing you gonna say to make her stay. Nothing you gonna say to make her stay with you and the kids. She might take herself and the kids and leave. So you have to be okay getting, because I was married for 9.5 years, bro. So I'm telling you about the good and the bad. There's going to be a lot of great days, Christmases, birthday parties, people coming over to your house to have dinner and stuff like that. But when it gets bad, it's bad. Right. And you can't bounce back from that all the time sometimes.
I'm going to tell you what, let me tell you how.
Go ahead, all smoke.
First and foremost, you already got to have your goals and everything sorted out before you even think about getting married. Sure. And after you get married, when your woman become one with you, she become one with your actual plan too. Don't change that for nobody. Like even with me and my wife, when I was a teenager, I already had goals set out, and this is what I'm gonna be when I get a little older, and this is what it's gonna be. And I still became successful to this day because I stuck by that. She want to join the ride and make it to the end goal with me. That's what it is. But all this, we gotta sort out the plans together and all this. I already got a plan. Now, is you gonna support this plan so we can make it happen, or you could go somewhere else? You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not for to change what I got going on for nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So if she's gonna be willing,
That's what you have to have. You have to
if
have
she's
that.
gonna be willing to ride it with you, that's one. You know what I'm saying? That's the one.
Hey.
But all that getting with you, oh, now we got to sort this out. We got to change this plan, and we got new ideas and all. Nah, bro, that ain't. Nah, don't fall for that, though. And like I said, I'm a very successful man, and I'm gonna be real with you. My wife played a very, very big role into that because she allowed me to do what I'm supposed to do as a man.
Right.
And now my wife don't have to worry about nothing. My kids, they got. I can be put under the ground right now, and every last one of my kids are great. They straight, and my wife.
Hey, all the smoke. You sound real familiar. You been on any other like podcasts back in the day?
Yeah.
You been on Bro Sanchez?
Yeah, I know Bro Sanchez. I'm
bro,
my
you sound so familiar. I'm like, oh, this man keeps.
I went by Question Everything.
Yeah, you went by a different name.
Yeah, Question Everything. I used to question everything. I still do.
Okay,
but
okay.
That's where I'm at with it, brother. And that's the advice I would give you. I already have your, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, make a long story short, have your ducks in a row, and if she ready to join you and ride and be on your program, then that's what it is. But all that other extra stuff, don't listen to none of that.
But the problem is the older men speak like that when they older, but the younger men don't, and that's what messes us up. And because we want women so bad, it's just like the women don't want to become wives till they get older as well too, and now they washed up. They want to be on your page. So let's keep it real. Most men is crashing out and one below job from the plantation as young men. Like they wanna get access to the women. They want to be around the women. They'll do anything to be around women. It's our nature. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us are gonna keep compromising ourselves. And I know it sounds good, but only the older men are saying that because we trying to look out for the younger men, and we trying to make women become wives as well too. But
what you think young men should do? You think they should go down that pill of
that's what I was about
relationships or no?
That's what I was about to ask, because when I ask guys that are my age that are married, because I'm 35, when I ask other guys that's married and I don't have any kids and they married with kids, they be like, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, because I ask them questions about expectations, like why, what's the incentive, why should I do it? And most of the time they tell me, they be like, a lot of these girls ain't gonna go for that poly shit. So you're gonna get that out your head. They're gonna talk to you crazy. And then the second thing they tell me is, do you want kids? And I'll be like, yeah. They be like, then get married, nigga. That's the only way you gonna, like, because you're gonna be a baby daddy, or you gonna do it the right way. So I don't really hear a lot of pies. Like when we talking, it's barbershop talk. So when I hear them talking, most of the time they saying stuff around me they're not saying about their wife, because I'm like, I'm like nephew. So they just giving me game, but a lot of it is a lot more negative than positive. So I'm like, to Ali's point, I don't think none of y'all are lying. I'm just looking for game because I do want a family. I do want those things.
Well, it's what you make it.
Do you
make it with all the game you're getting?
Yeah, but to Wolfstack's point, Wolfstack's like, hey, you just gonna have to be okay. Tomorrow, it's a wrap. And I don't know how I would feel like,
Can I answer the question real quick?
It's over just tomorrow. I don't know how I would feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
But Sam, so I think the issue with a lot of men is, man, we really don't require shit.
Yeah.
We just like, man, show up pretty and be a little bit nice. And that's the issue.
Ain't gotta do much.
So it's just like, nah, you gotta manage them expectations up front. And you gotta, like I said, make sure they invest in that situation. So me, I ask Ali, I'm a 50-50 dude. You gonna be working with me and everything's gonna go to the household. And I think when you make a person invest in the house, man, you just got a better chance that they ain't gonna like just and leave, because they actually putting towards that. And I think as men, that's where you got to kind of have your mindset. Now you could switch that dynamic down the line once they kind of, build that equity in the household, that trust. But yeah, most guys are just coming in there. Oh, you do whatever. You could chill at the crib, and kind of like Ali was saying, like, oh, you're kind of dictating goals based on what she wants versus like, nah, here's the parameter, the household, that's the goal. And how it ends up is how it ends up. So you simplify.
So I got a question. And maybe I went over it before because I was working and then I saw the live was on. Do you have to involve the state in order to be married? Does the state have to be involved in order to be married? Because Samson brought up a point. He was like, look, I want to be married. I want to have kids, but statistics say 70% they're going to get divorced. I don't lose half my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Weighing pros and cons. I just want to know if the panel thinks that you got to go to the state and get a marriage license in order to be married.
I wasn't gonna do some like ceremony.
Oh
my God! No, my dad. No. Oh shit! I cannot be bringing home babies out of wedlock or babies out of like some, because I have some friends of mine who did like. No offense to anybody, but here in Atlanta we got some, YNs that claim Muslim, and they'll lead girls down.
Not the YN Muslims is crazy.
I mean, it's not Muslims I grew up with overseas. Over here in Atlanta, it's a little different. It's
Did she say the YN Muslims?
Yeah,
that's what she said.
That's
what we got.
Yeah, but Muslims actually been grabbing the youth pretty heavy in the Black community.
Yeah, and so they'll get these young girls to go along with the kind of like jump the broom kind of thing without the court getting involved, and it's just a bunch of mess later on. So no, that wouldn't work for me. I need the paperwork. I need you to be serious. I need it to be like a marriage certificate that I can show my father. Like, no, that wasn't gonna work for me.
I need the paperwork.
So Smell the Roses, given that you said that, the right man comes up, everything works out, you gonna sign a prenup or nah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would sign a prenup.
Smell the roses.
Listen, I would not have a problem with the prenup. There are things that I would have a problem with going into the prenup. Like because I've seen prenups that let me finish. I worked for attorneys that did estates and wrote wills and did prenups. And some men can be very anal. They'll say stuff like, you can't gain 45 pounds after like the second baby, or you can't ever cut your hair, or things like that. Things like that I would have a problem with. But you walking out with what you came in with and me leaving with what I came in with, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Well, Smell Rose, I want to ask you about this because this kind of leads into the whole boss babe thing.
Right.
My last girlfriend that I had, we got into an argument about this prenup thing, right? And this goes to the conversation about expectations, right? So I at the time, she made more money than me at the time. So I was just like, if you wanted to, if you actually wanted to get married down the line, I'm guessing you want to do a prenup. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, she want to do a prenup because she makes X amount of dollars. She want to keep her money, da-da-da-da-da. I had no problem.
Sure.
Then I hit my shit. My shit went up. I was like, yeah, remember that stuff you was talking about prenup? That's probably good because, I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I have mine. You got yours, all that. Then I got
like, talk that shit now.
Right. Keep that same energy.
Then I got hit with, well, what you want to come into the marriage already thinking we're going to get a divorce? Why you already got that mindset coming
Manipulator. That's a manipulative woman waiting on the time to strike.
Out the gate. I was like, but you said in the beginning, like you wanted to do a prenup. She was like, yeah, but you're coming into it with a mindset that you already gonna leave.
But what was the difference between her mindset then and your mindset when you were having? See, that's the thing about women. Like, that's why you have to be like all the smoke. You have to just know who you are as a man, and nothing can shake you. Like there have been so many flighty, stupid ideas that I have brought to my husband, and he just shot him down. And listen, now I don't even come to him, because I know that it's a stupid idea. It's not going, not that it's,
no, I get it.
Mean well, not that I don't mean well behind
You're not well
it.
intentioned.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I started this like YouTube stuff, right? I wanted to go out and spend like $3,000 on like equipment and stuff. And my husband was like, no. No, like how many times do we do this with you where you get a new hobby and I'm buying you 15 different size bowling balls and you go to the bowling alley once a month? Like, no, we're not doing this. So you show me that you're serious about it, and as you grow, I'll get you your equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I just
That's just logical thinking. That's
then we'll invest
yeah.
more.
But do you know how many times I was mad at him for telling me no, and I did exactly what he knew I was going to do. I bought all this stuff I thought I wanted to do, and then I didn't want to do it anymore, and I was just like, I'm sorry. And that just gets that gets annoying to men. And so now at 44, I know by all of the times that he's had to lecture me, I give myself the lecture he will give me. It's like, okay, this is okay. All right. I already know. I ain't going to say nothing to him until I've hit these milestones. And then he can't tell me no, because he'll see that I'm serious. But there's been so many times where I've just been flighty over things, and so you have to be the kind of man that just will not shake at a woman's tears.
Yeah.
My husband don't care if I cry. He don't care if I'm begging on my knees are bloody. Girl, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work for us.
No, that's
And I don't
exactly
care if you cry. I don't care if you go tell your mama. I don't care if your daddy come talk to me, or he'll tell me, go tell your dad what you just told me.
Right.
And then I'll be like, no, I ain't gonna go tell my dad. And then he'll be like, well, then why the fuck you asking me? Why you
the bill?
And so I'll just let it go.
Oh my God.
I
Smell the
mean,
Roses thought she was gonna be Oprah with that $3,000 package.
listen.
Right?
I still want headphones like you and Ali. Y'all killing me with y'all headphones. I want headphones, but he's like, no, I want a camera. He's like, no, get another 1,000 subscribers. I'll
There
get
you go. Show me some analytics, and then we'll talk.
So let me help you out, Samson. If you really want to get married, bro, I say take these steps. You don't have to listen to nothing I'm saying, but this is what I was married before for 9.5 years. Take these steps, right? If you really think she's the one for you, you love her that much, get a domestic partnership first. And after 5 years she's still around, then you get married to her. Because domestic partnerships cost $50. That's it. A marriage costs way more. So I would say do that first. And if she hangs around for the next 5 years and you think she's the one, get married. Because once you get married, the domestic partnership dissolves and then it's like it never happened. So just take those steps first.
Okay.
Complex, man. I would say, man, in 2026, just the dynamics that we seeing, the numbers, I think everything needs to be on the table for men. Look, I've been married over 20 something years, but looking at what people got to go through now, man, I would do a lot of stuff differently. Like they said, either a prenup or I'm doing spiritual wedding. Especially if you're a brother that got some resources. It's like, hey, I understand what Smell the Roses, and that's good. She got them standards, but it's like, man, we got to have our standards too. So it's like, listen, here's the dynamic I'm willing to do. You either on board or you ain't. You just got to be cool with letting them walk.
How old are you?
I'm outside right
What was
now.
that?
How old are you, Samson?
I'm 35. I'm 35.
The time has changed dramatically. So
I'm outside right now. Complex. It's either I do the Smell the Roses, Wolf Stacks. If I do the domestic partnership, or I got to try to combine them like the Infinity Stones and like get like.
But see, that's the thing.
How long you been talking to the girl that you're dealing with?
You said what?
How long you been talking to the woman that you've been dealing with?
I just started talking to her. We only been talking like about 9 months.
Less than 90 days.
It's fresh.
10 months. But because she on a biological clock, you know what I'm saying? We around the same age.
Because of that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I want them, JB. So she's like, we gotta, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this. And I'm basically like, nah. But at the same time,
anytime somebody tells you you gotta buy now, Scam
Yeah,
like
it's like a time. It's
That's
like
scam
a
like
timeshare.
They're
Yeah,
saying
no,
She's trying to wrap you up, bro. She's trying to wrap you up like a burrito.
Trying to trap you
Situation,
with
it sucks
spoiled
for
milk.
her because she's in that point to where she waited so long, and then
Nobody
she's gonna
buying
put
no
that
spoiled
pressure on
milk.
where it's like, oh, I need you to go
Ali,
ahead
I
and
hate to jump
give
in,
me a
man, but I
baby and
gotta
wife
hop
me up,
off.
but
Gotta
don't
head to work,
rush it
man.
for her.
I just wanted to do things right and say, peace to everybody, and I'll holler at y'all later on.
All right,
So
Complex.
much love to you, my brother Complex. Thank you so
All
much
right,
for
I'll be
coming
back,
through,
man.
brother.
This was fun. I had a good time. I'll be back.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yeah,
brother,
Samson
don't-
better be careful out there, boy. You about to be at the courthouse crying with Tyrese.
It's wild.
$3,000 a month.
Don't jump the broom and don't let nobody put you on no time stamp because you'll be buying spoiled milk at that point, brother. I'm telling you.
It's a possibility. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. If you're in a situation where you got to be rushed to meet her, biological clock,
Yeah.
because she wasted, her years waiting so late, that's gonna be problematic.
Okay.
I had a sister-in-law that kind of did that, and it ended up backfiring on her. She got a kid out of it, but dude she picked wasn't a good candidate because she was just so thirsty to have one, and then she got put in a weird situation. And I know guys that have done the same bad situation. So
Let me ask y'all a question. Should you marry and I'm being honest too, all this leadership conversations, right? But then we get to the woman and I'm gonna start with Mr. Fantastic. Put you on the spot real quick, Mr. Fantastic. Should you marry a woman that's above 30? If she's still single, if she still hasn't gotten married, do you think it's just like a man showing up supposedly broke 30, 40 years old would say he probably not even ever going to get his stuff together, I would think, because we already justified that a man who broke supposedly in the leader, right? But in the same degree, if we're going to treat men like this, not say we accepted it, if a woman is still not married by 30 years old, is that woman typically not going to marry? And again, let me just ask the main thing so we can get to the conversation. Should you marry a woman that's that's above 30?
Yeah, the average marrying age for everybody's right at 30. So all intents and purposes, if she don't got a kid and you checked everything out, what's the name? Yeah, definitely, because your relationship should start before then, right? Now, if you're saying you should just start the whole process, I still say
so my
yeah.
bad. A single woman. Should you get with a woman above 30 that's still single? Should you marry a woman above 30 that's still single? That's the main question. I'm sorry if it came off the wrong way.
I'm not for the marriage, but for the sake of the conversation, that's not a bad thing. And now we're talking 40 or 35, I would say, but 30, anything 30, I'll say 30 to 33 is reasonable.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask everybody before we open it up. Hold on. Fantastic went. So JB, should you marry a woman who's still single after 30?
if I was single, I'm not gonna lie, that would be scary because I feel like it's better when you're able to find something early on, like maybe like after high school, early 20s or whatnot, and get married. After 30, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. How about you, my brother, Sophisticated Jerk?
Yeah, I would say yes. If she was like working towards something, say like she was like going to medical school, something that was like a goal, then that'd be a little different because I could understand why she, wasn't married. She was working towards something. But yeah, if it didn't have nothing along them lines, then yeah, that's a red flag.
Okay. How about you, Mont? Should you marry a woman if she's still single over 30?
I don't think that matters at all.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to you too. Poppy, should you marry a woman above 30 that's still single? You on mute, my brother.
You muted. You
rookie
muted,
mistake.
Marco.
The rookie mistake, man.
Oh shit! Hey, fam, don't start with me, man. I'm not in the mood today.
Oh my God!
Oh
How
man!
you
Hey,
doing
hey,
today?
Hey, don't be over pursuing.
Boy, this light skinned boy, man. Man, I hope everybody had a group waking, man. Listen, yes, because isn't that like the age like they getting married right now anyway?
So the average age that man's supposed to get married is 30. The average age women get married is 29.
Yes, and they start having kids later, like mid-30s. Even you see a bunch of 40-year-old joints having kids. But yes, it sounds. However, you got to look for the red flags.
Okay. All right. How about you? Hold on. How about you? All the smoke. Should a man get married with a woman a single woman, if after 30, should he give access to his ring? Should he give her a ring? Should he get married with her if she's above 30?
Absolutely not. Cause she ain't
Okay.
figured.
Not yet. We're gonna open the panel.
I got you.
My brother JB.
Oh yeah, you asked me already.
Oh yeah, I sure did, my brother. Yeah. I just want to ask you twice. Make it nice. You know what I'm saying? My brother Samson, should you marry a woman over 30 that
Hey man, come
single?
back to me after we had this talk, because you know I don't.
Oh yeah, he's
I
trying to figure it out.
let's talk about it.
What's going on, man?
Ask you again at the end, man. Ask you again at the end, bro.
Ah, dang. How about you, Will Stack? Should you marry a woman who's 30, who's over 30?
Oh man, I would say you should. Let's just say she's a good woman. She's having found a good man, but she's a good person. She's submissive. She's sweet. She's kind. She's loyal. Yeah, you should marry her if she has those qualities, of course.
So I want to get two people to talk that disagree, but the fact y'all saying she loyal, feminine, submissive, but she's still at 30, she's still single, and all the things she's been doing for all those years is demonstrating that she not cooperate with nobody if she's still single. But again, I'll say I think Fantastic says you should, and I think All the Smoke say you shouldn't, right? So
yeah, right.
Fantastic. Why should you still give access to a woman and give her marriage at 30 years old if she hasn't got married in 30 years? And that's a scenario. She's single, she's never been married, and she's single.
Well, it's only 12. Let's start there, okay? Because she's a child. She's a child for 18 of those years, 17 of those years.
Oh my God!
So again, you get into the data statistics. The younger you get married, especially under 25, those marriages are more unsuccessful, right? And shout out to Sophisticated Jerk, as he said, if she's doing school or something and so on and so forth, getting established, I don't see a problem with a person, man or woman, especially again, like I said, it's a year away from the average marriage that women get married. So if she checks out, of course, personality wise, and she's not problematic, right? 30 is not a red flag for a woman to be. That's why I said if we're talking 35, now 35 is a thing. If you're the first thing you're doing and thinking about getting married at 35, that's well within the thing, especially we're talking about attractive, moderately to highly attractive woman. Okay, we know how the red flags go, but I think 30 is where we start, where the flags aren't red, but they're yellow.
Okay. All right, All the Smoke. What's your rebuttal, my brother?
If it take a woman more than 12 years to figure out what she need to do, that's to me that is a red flag. It shouldn't take a woman 12 whole years to know where she want to go in life, man. Point blank. But see, the thing is, while she trying to figure out what she want to do, there's going to be a bunch of different dudes in her box, though.
Oh,
so once you get with her, you're still getting behind a whole bunch of dudes that been in that box. So figure out all that stuff, but them dudes gonna be figuring her out pretty damn well.
Shit like that. So
nah, man, if it take a woman that long, man, we gotta stop. Listen, man, we gotta stop playing with these women out here, man. Stop letting them think that. Oh no, long as you go to school and what you think she gonna be celibate while she in school or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but can I say something?
Hold on, Blanco. Hold on, Blanco, real quick.
What side you on, Blanco? You on All the Smoke side, or you Fantastic?
Can I respond to him first?
Yes, sir. Of course. I just want to see real quick. Fantastic. Fantastic going to rebuttal All the Smoke. Poppy, are you agreeing with Fantastic or All the Smoke?
I'm agreeing with Fantastic, and
okay, hold on. So let Fantastic keep going real quick. Let Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it again, right? This is an important part. This is why stats and data matter, right? Most women, okay, are getting married, as Ali said, the average age around 29. 30 is a year away. I don't think any woman, okay, is a virgin past 21 at this point, to be honest with you. Okay. I would say the virgin percentage at the age of 21, single digits. And I would give you 9% at best, and that's being generous. Okay. So worried about a woman, and again, I don't think she done did all the dicks by 30. Again, if we talking 35, we add another to it, possibly. Okay. But again, me personally, I don't want no virgin. I'm not one of these virgin niggas. Okay. I don't want no virgin. Shout out to the Scorpios.
Oh my God.
So again, going by data, stats, and statistics, where most women get married around that age. And yet again, 30 is a age to where we're both accomplished and not accomplished, we're established. Whatever you're going to be doing, they say by 30 is what you'll be doing for a lifetime. So if she's a bum, I'm wiping her out. She's still working at McDonald's at 30. No, shawty, hey, you can get this, I can get the mouth and them legs. That's about it. But if she's got a good career path and so on and so forth, that lets me know the track that she's on for the rest of her lifetime.
Shit like that.
Fantastic. That's crazy. What if she work at McDonald's and she's a white? That doesn't make any sense.
If dudes are okay going behind a whole bunch of other dudes, go for it, bro. First and foremost, I didn't mention nothing about no virgin or nothing like that. What I mentioned was we're talking about 12 years of that box being used before you say I do to it. When y'all are enabling these women, and especially if women listen to you, they be like, oh, snap. So he's saying it doesn't matter how many dudes I be with, as long as I have this checked off, and this checked off, I can screw 100 dudes as long as I deal with.
That's definitely not what I said, but okay, but that's not what I said at all.
Let me finish.
Let me finish, man.
You still have to understand that women are listening to you, and women are not stupid. They can say, okay, as long as this is what he agree with, as long as I check this box off, this box, he don't care if I lay up with this many dudes. I ain't gonna tell him I lay with this many dudes, but I can, as long as I check these boxes off. What I'm gonna say it one more time so you can hear me clearly, brother. We're talking about 12 years of her being with this guy. The majority of women ain't gonna be with one dude for 12 years waiting on a dude like you to marry them, bro. They're not gonna be with 3 dudes. They're not gonna be with 5 dudes. They're not gonna be with 8 dudes. What you're telling them, and I'm trying to keep their feet to the flame. What I'm telling them is the opposite of what you're telling them. I'm telling y'all to keep that mileage low. I don't give a damn if you're in school. I don't care if you're trying to be a lawyer. I don't care what you're trying to do. Keep the mileage low, so when a man get ready to marry you, it ain't that many dudes you can compare them with, and more than likely you will have a happy and a more stronger relationship with that woman. Point blank. Period.
What if she an introvert though? She don't have sex with many guys at all. She introvert.
I mean, he acting like that's not a possibility. Just real quick, and that y'all got it, and Blanco got it after this. I'm gonna say this again, bro. So if you don't care if she's a virgin, right? Because clearly you do. If you're bringing up her sexual prowess in a number, what's the magic number? What's too many dicks? Pause. What's the number, brother?
Whoa.
He made the standard, so I need him to let me know how many.
All right. Did I say anything about a virgin, or is somebody hearing the wrong thing?
I'm not hearing anything, and there's no need for you.
Did I mention?
I'm not hearing you. Hold on.
Did I mention?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. I'm not done talking, so I interrupt you. So don't interrupt me.
You did ask me a question.
Well, wait. Let me get finished because you keep throwing these little jabs in here. You the old fella on the panel, brother. You more closer to a hearing aid than I am. So let's not insult my hearing or my intelligence or my comprehension or any of these things.
You can say what you want to say. I don't care, bro. None of that scared me, man.
You clearly care, brother. But go ahead.
Yeah, you asked me a question, and while I'm trying to answer, you want to throw more questions at me.
Yeah, because you throwing jabs. You throwing unnecessary
jabs. At you. I just asked a simple question.
When you challenge my hearing, saying I don't hear, when I'm directly addressing everything you say, just because you don't like what I'm saying or clearly don't agree with it, which
I asked you, did I
comprehension issue?
Say?
Hold on, Ali on the onset said, "Hey, what is your side and what is your side? We're opposing sides, brother. So I don't have to agree with you.
You're lying on
the opposite side of the thing.
Lying on me.
You bringing up my hearing is quite elementary, brother.
You lied on me. You lied on me, and you're mad.
I want to piggyback.
Okay, now I'm gonna say it again,
brother.
I just need to ask Fantastic.
You literally, hold on, the brother. You literally lied on me and made it seem like I said something I didn't say, and now you're mad. Make that make sense.
What I allow you about?
Fantastic, you do keep saying
you said what I allow you about. You claim that I'm talking about virgins. I am not.
No, again, so that's poor comprehension. So you keep talking about my hearing. So let me talk about your comprehension. So let me help you. What it infers is you're talking about a woman's the number of men that she's had sex with. Okay, so the best part of that would be what? 0. So all I did was maximize the point that you're making because you're so obsessed with how many dicks that she's had, brother. So in your thought now, it should be a virgin because one dick should be too many. If we follow in your logic that you keep bringing up.
Wait, so you're gonna double down on the lie you said about me?
I didn't double down on the lie. I just explained you the logic, brother. Hold on. Now you can't hear or both you can't comprehend. I explained it to you in plain English, brother. I know
that.
you look like Bob Marley, but even
That
Jamaican
work
is
on
motherfucking
people.
English.
No, that works on
Jamaican is
dumb
English
people.
too, brother. The dreadlock Jamaican
That
don't understand English, brother.
That
Bob
works
Marley.
on dumb people. Look at you.
Light up there now. Light up, brother.
You literally said, you literally lied and said that I was talking about a virgin, and now you backtrack.
You said that. Never said you said that, brother.
Anybody can rewind
You
this
can't come in. I never said you said
I
that.
said less mileage.
Fantastic. I do
You said
think you're being
zero.
unreasonable.
Hold on. Did
when
I
you-
or did I not make it clear? I said less mileage. Did I say zero mileage?
No, Fantastic. I do think you're being unreasonable.
Saying that I don't have
when you do go
proper
to
comprehension skills.
when you
Do
when
you
you
not understand what
now
less
you
mileage
can't hear
means?
because I said that
If
clearly. I
if
haven't
you
said that
own a
anywhere.
car,
All the smoke was throwing at him and the Matites first, though. He was doing that. First. All Mr. Fantastic was throwing that post.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, all the smoke went to the extreme first.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Right.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on.
Name the
Let's just restart it and make a Mr. Fantastic. Make your point of contention and let him rebuttal it, and then we'll get to the other people. All right, so let's erase that. Let's start this again. Hey, Carl,
I'm not gonna change anything I said. The
Yes,
reason
sir.
I brought up virgin because he is obsessed with the mileage that a woman has on her. Ali, what is the best type of mileage, Ali, if you're gonna buy a car? 0 mileage, right?
Yes.
So I just went to the best example of what he would be giving. Hold on, brother.
Yes. No, hold on, Mr. Fantastic. I
range.
all the smoke. I think that's fair, right? I think most
It's
men
fair.
I would think would prefer a woman who never been touched. But what he's saying is if a woman has been touched,
That's not what I said. I don't know what.
He didn't say you said all the
Said
smoke,
that.
all the smoke. Please be patient, real quick, my brother.
I'm just
He
saying.
just
stick
wanted to
what I
gauge.
said. Don't change what I
all the
said.
smoke. He's not.
I'm not changing it.
He wants to gauge how many bodies can a woman have to still be marriageable is what he's gauging. That's all.
That's why I use the example that I use, and then that's why I asked you the question I asked you on the last back and forth. If you're so concerned, you're the first thing you brought up. Well, I won't say the first thing. I don't remember if it was the first thing, but your main point of contention is the amount of bodies that she has in 12 years, brother. You
That's
said it
not my
multiple
main-
times. Hold on, bro. You said it multiple times in both of your soliloquies, brother. So obviously, to you, that is the most important quality. You worried about who she's sleeping with. Me, I'm realistic and I understand that a woman gonna do what she want to do, whether she's 30, whether she's 20, whether she's 40 or 60. Okay, I understand that. I'm not gonna be able to control that. What I can do as a man and where my power is by looking at her character and seeing how she operates, see how much of a hoe, how less of a hoe she is. That's on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I don't want no virgin at 30. That's not. I don't want that. But you, brother, that's
No
important
realistic.
to you. The body count and her sexual experience. So, hey, brother, if you're threatened by a woman with a lot of sexual experience, brother, hey, that's your thing. You don't want no competition. You don't want no comparison. You said that. You said you didn't want her to have no comparison. I don't mind it, brother. I ain't never lost. LeVar Ball.
I'm sorry.
But you got it.
I mean,
Fantastic. You know, that's one of the things that women
again,
do.
I don't understand how he can just.
That's one of the things.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, ain't no all the smoke. It becomes a bad faith argument, brother. When he breaks
First of
it
all,
down.
first
Hold
of
on,
all,
all the
he-
smoke.
he-
Please, I actually, but all the smoke.
Oh, okay, go ahead,
all the
go ahead,
smoke. Come on now. Ali trying to keep good, be good Ali. I'm not trying to get upset on the panel. I'm trying to have a great conversation to be intentional. He's just asking you to gauge what is the amount of bodies. He's not saying the women have to be virgins, and I know you're not saying that either. Even though I think men would prefer their woman not to be touched. We're being realistic. He's asking to gauge what amount of bodies can she have that's marriageable.
I mean, it depends,
On the-
man. I mean, well, no, it don't depend.
Without
I'ma
saying it
say-
depend. You
I'm
know
gonna
you
say,
can't
I'm gonna
say
say,
it.
I'm gonna say honestly, realistically,
yes.
no more than like maybe 5
Okay.
to be
All
realistic.
right. He said 5 now, Mr. Fantastic.
You know what I'm saying? 5 or less.
Man, good luck with
I
that.
don't think that's. I think
listen
that's
to it. Now, let me
realistic.
say
If that's
this.
just
I'm
So I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this before I'm gonna let.
And I want to
come
clear
back.
something up. I want to
Hey,
clear
hey.
something up with the brother too, because he
Yes,
said
sir.
that I kept.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
making that a big thing. I went on this long little rant, right?
Yes,
and I
yes.
mentioned it one time in my long rant, and that wasn't not what. Not, no, I mentioned it one time because after I said it, I continued to talk. And when I said low mileage,
No. All the
what
smoke. all the smoke. Just respond to that, though, brother. I don't want to have a conversation about the conversation, so y'all just having the conversation because I want both of y'all to have the conversation. That's all.
And that's after I made that statement, I proceeded to say that that's how a man don't have to worry about being compared and all that. Only reason why I had to repeat myself dealing with that is because he kept bringing it up to me. So I kept responding back and
No, we're over that. Oh, all the smoke. I
just wanted
understand
to clear that up, man.
but we're
He
over
got
that
it.
part. So you said how much you say? I'm gonna make sure what you said 5.
5 or less.
Okay, fantastic. He giving you the
Right,
answer
around
5
30.
or less.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
No,
who,
I already made it clear that you shouldn't even get married. You
it
shouldn't
can't.
be
So
married to a woman
so
at
for
30.
whoever said it's crazy, if Fantastic brings up the data as well too, when a woman has 10 or more bodies, it's even more difficult for her to pair bond or stay in relationship or stay married. That's data
So
as
am I
well
wrong?
too.
That is
No, I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it shouldn't be more than 2. I honestly should be 1. Like if you want to be realistic, that woman should have in her life
Right.
slept with 1 guy, but obviously I'm saying in regards to our preference and for her to be able to pair bond with somebody. But in
There you
today's
go.
reality, with data is showing if it's not, we got to stop at 9 because it says if she get to 10, it's going to be difficult for her to pair bond, even though women can still pair bond. I say they won't. That's what data is showing. It's more difficult for her to do it. We do as a man. Don't you think we should come to a number and say, hey, when she gets this high, it's going to be difficult for her to get in a marriage?
But we
Work
never know the
data.
number.
Fantastic. If you're using data, fantastic. We shouldn't we able to be all come to a number and go, hey man, because of what data is showing, if she gets to this number, it's going to be even more difficult for her to get married or sustain.
Yeah, I'm not refuting that, Ali. You could take off the shit right. Like he said 5. He said less than 5 or whatever. Again, I'm not arguing that. My thing is that's why I'm asking what's the magic number, because it could be 5, it could be 9. Because if 10 is the limit, right? Hey, anything between 0 and 9 should be cool. My thing is, at the end of the day, right? I mean, you're never gonna know the truth, Ali. We say this all the time.
Oh, of course.
You never know.
We do know that because she has so many options, she won't stay with one guy. And
no,
that's
but I'm just saying, by the time you run into this woman, Ali, unless that pussy still got the seal on it, brother. Unless it still got the seal on it, you break the seal on it, bro. You don't know how many things have been up through there, bro. And we ain't even talking about roses and toys. So I mean,
But my thing is for anybody
that shit
rebuttaling
count too.
or addressing the
Yeah,
point.
right,
I don't know who anybody else got a rebuttal or anybody want to talk from a certain point.
Might do, and then I gotta ask it.
I think Mark.
So who you want to address? My brother Samson.
I mean,
it was Mark first. It was
mine first. It was mine first. Go ahead.
I shared
Mark, which side you on, Mark?
Can y'all hear me too, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. Even though you speaking with a man with leadership. What side you on?
I share the side of Fantastic, but what I was going to say earlier was just like I was just trying to make the conversation more efficient. So I heard some things Fantastic said that I was just going to address, but I'm on that side of the argument though.
Okay.
I think a woman, because I don't think we can say like, oh, she's 30. So like now that means that you've been fucking everybody. You've been, been having loose pussy. Like I've been with my girl since she was 24 and she just turned 30. So, like that's a big chunk of, her life, and we engaged, and if we broke up today and we didn't get married, she would be 30 and never married, So I don't necessarily agree with the whole, oh, she's 30. That mean like, what was she doing that whole time? She could have been in a few relationships, What you got? What do you say about
partying?
No, so what's the main point?
That means she wasn't single at 30.
Hold on, all the smoke. Right? So what is the main point you trying to make, my brother Mott?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is just because a woman is 30 does not mean that she spent the majority of her time just fooling around with different men.
Now, and I agree. That doesn't mean that. If she gets that high, typically though, has she been fooling around with a lot of men? Are most women fooling around with a lot of men by the time they get to 30, especially if they haven't gotten a relate, or if they're still single and never been married?
If they weren't in serious relationships that she can talk to you about, then most likely I think she was, they was doing what they wanted to do.
Okay.
What is more probable? That's like the question. What is more probable happening, bro? And that's why when they get older, the chances are Hunger he has been getting bent over by a whole bunch of niggas, bro. There is no way around it. The better she looks, the more outside she wants to be, fam. Okay,
It is though, Blanco. Come on, bro.
Even the ones that stay inside. Now you got these dating apps. So the broad, even the ugly ones that stay inside, they be on dating apps. They're getting ranked through as much as the one that are outside, brother.
Yeah, but
so like it's literally like it's like this,
so
bro.
hold on. You don't believe that there's women
it's a
that's not
loss for me.
outside like that? That's introverted? That women that just go to work, come home, pay their bills, go out with their homegirls and don't sleep with nobody like that. Those women are out there. They might like anime.
Hold on. We're
They
not
might
going to do.
Fortnite.
Hold on. We're not going to turn this to the exception show, please. I hate when we do that. We're not going to talk about the women who virgins and the woman who ain't giving up the box. I'm telling you again, I find it very odd when we do these shows how hard men will fight to talk about the exceptional woman, and it look good to women. We already know y'all good brothers. Y'all don't have to do that. Why are we going to talk about the minority and exception? I'm gonna ask again. Slow down. For the most part, if she's still single, if you still broke, it's like y'all. We supposedly we're not supposed to compare ourselves to women, right? But we do have to follow under some guidelines by the time we're 30, and they do too. So what we asking is, if she's still 30, it gets to 30, still single and not married, is it a red
Something
flag?
is wrong.
I don't agree with that.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't know if y'all ever felt this in your nature. When I was in high school and I met a girl, and I go, man, like you could sense like this, the world, like almost the value of a woman. Y'all could feel it, like the sense.
Yeah.
And you go, I know she got a man. And if she didn't have a man, you'd go, that girl is a problem. Did y'all not feel that when y'all were in high school, that young of an age? If she didn't have a guy, that it means she's using her beauty, her sex as leverage. She's not trying to settle down.
Yeah.
Ali, I got a question for you then, right?
Of course, I'll come right here with you.
Do you think that you can identify? How long does it take you to identify a good woman? You personally?
You never know so I can look at, so the way I can identify a good woman about her surroundings, what she's into, what she likes to watch, what she likes to listen to. But like Fantastic said, like I don't know her body count. You never really know your woman, just like she probably never knows you. Time will tell who this person actually is. And if you look back at all the exes, if you look back at all your exes, if you look back at all the women you knew and thought were good women, a lot of them were not good women. We were just younger. And it was a facade that we came across. So a lot of times what demonstrates a valuable woman that we see is a kept woman.
Don't forget my question though.
Of course I didn't.
How long would it take you, Ali, to identify if a woman is good enough for you to marry?
From the best from what we can identify.
6 months.
Yeah, like from you dating her and whatever.
So the best we can identify, even maybe a month or two.
A month or two, right?
Yes, but identify what you believe is a good woman.
Yeah. So how long would it take you to be like, you know what, this is a good decision. She a good woman. I can marry her.
Actually, let me take that back. Now it's if you
6
tell her the
months,
truth.
Ali.
So no, hold on. It's not that long anymore because y'all we are all brainwashed to a certain extent, right? It's if you're telling her the truth and she's not receptive to the truth in the first conversation you have with her, you can identify if she's a good woman or not a good woman based on if you have to lie to this woman. You can tell the truth to this woman based on all our experiences on these panels. So if she's asking for certain questions and she's expecting me to lie for her instead of telling the truth, and she's receptive to it and respects it in that instant. If I have to lie to her, she's not a good woman.
Well, I'm not asking you how long it takes to disqualify, because you can disqualify a woman immediately.
Yes.
Just
Let's not play semantics, right? Let's get we being intentional. What was your answer? So you're intentional, right? Let's say give you a month.
So what was your answer to the question?
I said a month. Let's say we say a month.
A month. Okay, 1 month. So let's say you've identified this woman as a good woman in 1 month, right? You find out that she never been married. How does that change things?
Above 30. You saying above 30?
Yeah, you've already identified.
So if she's 30 years old and moving like that, it's typically a facade. She a chameleon.
So your analysis was wrong based on her not being married.
My analysis and my experience shows me that this woman if this woman is that good, she'd have a man. So
her history not being married trumps your analysis of being around her and studying her.
No. If I meet a woman and she's 30 years old in a relationship, I'm not trumping her because she's not married. So let's get that straight real quick, right? So it's not the marriage is not the deal breaker. It's the fact that she's been in a long-term relationship. So if she was in a relationship at 20 and she gets to 30 years old, she's still in a relationship with that guy, I would still say, hey, this woman probably a good woman and she's a marriageable woman. She's just not married. But if I get to this woman and she's 30 years old and still single, she typically is not a good woman and she typically doesn't cooperate with the men she's with.
Yeah. So I agree that if a woman is telling me that she's 30 and she hasn't been in long-term relationships or a couple of them, that's a red flag to me, right?
And if they fail, if they keep failing,
yeah, that's a red flag, right?
Yes.
If they short relationships, if she's been on one for 6 years, another one for 6 years, for 5 years.
If I got to her, how about this? If I got to her and she's at 30 and she just broke up with somebody she's been with for 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, it could still be like, what happened with this guy? But typically when you ask these women, they're lying about their situations. They play the victims in these stories. There was a guy she just wasn't willing to change for.
No, I agree with you. Right?
That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah.
if she gets if she's 30 and still available and single, she typically is a red flag, Mont.
I'm just saying it's situational.
Of course.
It's situational. And it all depends on her. Like if she telling me, yeah, I was in long-term relationships. Cool. That's cool for me. That's cool. That's not a red flag. If she say I've never been in a relationship, red flag. If she say all my relationships are short, red flag.
Yeah.
Like those are red flags to me. But it's contextual to me. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Can I ask Fantastic a question?
No, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Hey, Roses, what does this say at the top of your screen? Does it say end your stream? Can you end the stream, your stream? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry, Ali. I never opened up all this stuff you told me to. So now I'm like.
But I think what might happen.
I think I did it right. I think I did it right. But it says you are live. It says edit, and then I guess I can.
But on this stream that we on right now, does it give you the option to end on your side?
It just says
she got to go to YouTube. She got to go to YouTube to do it. Ali.
Hey, Mr. Fantastic, can she redirect while she's on live with me?
Yeah, she
or
can.
I have to end for her to redirect.
No, she just got to edit. She got to edit it in her thing. So whenever go ahead. She got.
She already did that part. Does she have to leave and it does it automatically, or what happens? Or
no, it automatically does it when she leaves. It'll just redirect them back to here. Whatever.
Once she leaves. Okay.
Yeah.
In my content, Ali, it shows me a new circle. Like when you look at the dashboard of my content, it shows me like this new thing where I never saw this before. It's like the pencil, the analytics, the monetization.
As long as you went to the pencil, you hit the customization, then you put add redirect. As long as you put it there and you added it, it should be fine. But I never redirected while I was on somebody's live. So I'm Fantastic. Have you redirected while you were on somebody else's live? So once she leaves this stream, it's going to redirect everybody.
Yeah, right back to wherever she wanted to be.
And if it doesn't, y'all, Smell the Roses has to end. So everybody on her side just come to Ilkan Ali's side. But if it doesn't redirect,
in my community post for you all, but I think I did it right, Ali. Okay. If you could just end me so that I can start.
You got to end yourself.
Okay,
you got it.
And myself, like
just IG. I'll let you know. I'll let you know in the IG.
Okay. Yes, sirs. Thank you all for having me.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Always Smell the Roses. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all spam Smell the Roses emoji, y'all. And if y'all don't know which one it is, it's this one. Make sure y'all spam her emoji. Okay.
And I love y'all. I don't like when y'all fight with each other.
We're not fighting. No, this is how brothers talk.
Oh, we love you too, Miss Roses. We love you too. Thank you for being family and being sweet.
Yeah, it's just debate.
This how leaders talk.
And I wanted to ask, just because I just wanted to know, when you guys talk about body count, I never asked this question before. Does everything sexual count? I think women would benefit from knowing.
Yes, because they think not because they could have given head to a lot of people, they could have done anal and they could have been lesbians too. And they think because they're dealing with lesbians and doing all that stuff that they're not up in their body count, so that counts as well too.
Ooh, okay.
So, and a lot of times it's when women do a lot of those things too. When it gets to that kind of places, again that women struggles with pair bonding even with women.
Yeah,
it's trauma.
You know, the stud is the worst person because they're trying to be a man to this woman to get validation, and she's validating her and making her think she could be a man. So she's being the biggest simp ever. The stud is the biggest simp in history and in the universe.
Yeah, I don't
think so, Ali.
You are being a whole
Studs be doing
man.
the
You're
most.
pretending to be a whole man for a woman, so you can be with her and she can be with you. You're the biggest simp.
That's not
Imagine
even
a
make
man.
them a simp,
So
though.
a
Ali,
man.
they
A
would
man.
go
Hold on,
50-50 with
Wolf
Stud.
Stacks. Hold on, Wolf Stacks. A man
Destos
who
pay all the
pretends
bills.
a man who pretends to be a man and panders to a woman is a simp. If you're a woman pretending to be a man that panders to the woman, you're the biggest simp. You're actually pretending to be a man.
I don't think studs is simps for that reason. I think they simps because they behavior. Like they the best stepdads in the world. They always gonna be stepdaddy.
Of course.
Always,
Of course.
every single time.
And what's fake about that is that
the
the women
best
don't
fathers
got
in
no,
America. That's how I call
the
them.
women that was how you know it's fake about the expectations they have for them as well too. The stud ain't got to be 6'2". The stud ain't got to be a 100K earner. The stud ain't got to have a beard. The stud ain't got to have be able to make love or do any of those things. They'll be with them because it validates them. That's how we know typically women are with people to validate them and enable them.
They be with the studs for
Yeah,
security.
but
they
but
leave
Ali,
real
you know
quick.
what, Ali, you know what it tells me, Ali? It
What's that?
tells me that's how easy they are. That's how easy they are. Even a fake Negro can get them. Even a Timu man can get them.
And a Timu man.
That's how easy they are, bro. Yes,
That's
He
how
said
a
delusional
Timu
they
man, bro.
are.
No, that's how
delusional they
that's
are.
how
Easy.
difficult
No,
they are.
it's
They
easy.
can't
That's how
be with
easy.
us. They want to be with
That's
us.
how
Hold on,
easy
y'all,
they
hold
are.
Don't do lip service and stop giving out hand jobs
And stop giving out booty. Stop
and
literally
booty.
giving out booty.
Yeah, all of it counts. All of it
Damn.
counts against you. It makes you unable
Oh
to
my
serve-
God.
Okay, I love y'all.
We
Have a
love you
good
too.
Have a
night.
good one.
Bye, y'all.
No, but
Not
the
to
thing
stop
is,
giving out
bro,
booty
here's
is
the
crazy,
thing.
Hold on. Somebody said, let's tackle that one real fast before me and Mont start going. Somebody said that the woman was being delusional. Someone else said the woman's being difficult. Who said the delusional?
Oh, that was me.
And who said the difficult?
That was me, Ali.
It have to be the difficult all the smoke, because what happens is we let them play stupid and act like they dumb, but they know what they're doing all the smoke. So they're just being difficult instead of being delusional. They know exactly what we're doing. So we let them get away with the mental health, let them get away with the fact that they ain't had no mom and daddy, even though the same mom and daddy they didn't have, there was a boy, they didn't have that same mommy and daddy as well too. They know better, but they like manipulate us for us to play dumb